so weekend.
Warriors,
Warriors, come to play.
yeah, here we go.
Good Saturday morning, everybody. We are broadcasting live from the Peoria Studios, I guess. Weekend Warrior Studios in Peoria, Arizona. I'm Ralph Romano, alongside my partners in crime. We got the legend, Neil Lynch, and
That's
the
me.
legendary Philip Amarine in
That's
the control room. And this is
You're in the
Weekend
control
Warriors.
room. You're in the control room. Did you hear that?
Right there in the control room.
Jingle your bells.
All right, Neil, how can people get in touch with us?
I have no idea. It's Christmas time. I don't care. If you're listening to the show, well, I don't know how to tell you, but we love you for being here. And if you want to get involved, if you want to interact with us, if you want to spread your Christmas cheer all over the place.
Spread it. Spread it, Rudolph.
You got two ways to do it. First of all, we do read the comments on social media. So if you're on X, if you're on YouTube, and you're on Facebook, or on all three at once, first of all, good for you. Second of all, you can comment on those, and we will interact with you
First of all,
live.
congratulations to yourself for joining something good in your life.
That's right, live during the show. Or if you're old school, or if you're new school, or whatever, or you live in your parents' basement, it doesn't matter. We have the Weekend Warriors text line. You can use your computer that doubles as a communications device and text us at 866-412-6366. You want to hear that again?
Oh, please.
Here we go. 866-412-6366. Ralph, that's how you interact with the show.
I should love this song.
Hell yes.
Yeah. We're gonna get banned on YouTube so fast today. It's fantastic.
But not in Russia, Black Betty. No.
That's right. No,
All right.
no Russia, Black
Let's get rid
Betty.
of, let's get rid of
All right,
this.
and now let's bring the show down.
Yeah. Now,
All right, here we
let's
go.
talk about
Here we go.
our holiday show,
This is our holiday show.
and
Merry
we're going to
Christmas,
start off with a
everybody.
very non-holiday story.
This is our last show of the year. We're going to be off next week. So
Oh, that's right. Yes.
That's right. So this
I
is why-
forgot that us being off next week
Yeah.
signifies that we won't be here for another year.
See you next year. Oh boy, those jokes are going to be great at the end of the show.
So let's start. We're going to start on a sad note.
Let's do it.
Let's
Oh my God,
let's do it.
you people,
That's kind of what I was feeling from you, Phil.
crazy.
So this week, Greg Biffle, who is a NASCAR driver, was a top 75 driver all time. He was him and his family actually were killed in a plane crash with their Cessna Citation 550 near Statesville Regional Airport, North Carolina. Not a story that we would typically bring up and talk about, but the reason I wanted to bring it up is because I did have the pleasure of meeting Greg Biffle back in 2004 when I lived in South Carolina. I worked at a place called Charter Communications, and Greg drove the Charter number 60 car. It was a Ford Taurus, Ford Roush car, and got to actually sit down and have lunch with him, and got to actually ride in the car with him in the parking lot. And he was just a really, really good guy. Just a really humble dude. You can just tell he had a heart for helping people, and which he did a lot of community work and stuff after he retired. And he was just a great guy, great driver. And it was sad for me when I saw this story that him and his wife and his two young children, Emma and Ryder, 14 and 5 years old, also perished in the plane crash. So, rest in peace, Greg Biffle. You did a lot of good work while you were here with us, and just a sad, sad story. I just wanted to just kind of give him some respect and just real quick.
Hail, fellow well met.
Well, I know that Amy was sad about that too, because she's still a NASCAR fan. So I heard about the story through her initially, but yeah, it is very sad. So definitely rest in peace.
Dare I say, in order to segue and get us closer to it, should we, while that is sad, should we do a little, should we open up gifts?
I think so.
Since I think Neil will enjoy his throughout the show. Ralph,
Okay.
I will enjoy yours.
I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Right.
So as is now tradition.
Did it last year, yeah.
Yeah, we did do it last year. For our Christmas show, I come into the studio and I bring gifts upon which we open on air. Now, Neil, I want you to know that yours is not gift wrapped because yours literally came in today. I have photos.
Oh, I believe it.
I have yours of being delivered to some business in Vegas. And so I had to recalculate everything. I paid extra shipping. So yours cost
Oh, thank you.
I want you to know that is gift wrapped with love. That's what that is.
Yeah, so it might get on your hands. You got to wash it.
Yeah, don't
Maybe
worry
I
why
don't
it's so
want to
sticky.
wash it.
All right, go ahead,
All right,
Neil.
here we go. I'm opening my gift live on the air. Oh boy. We have
For our tradition.
yes.
All right, so since you're a Minnesota in, I know that you're not a Vikings fan. However, since I've given you knitted facial hair before, I thought I'd continue the tradition with a Viking beanie.
Is this?
You put it under your nose.
Oh, like this?
Yes. Look at that. Look at that, Ralph. You are jealous of that facial hair.
I look like an octopus. Like, okay, I can't even talk. I look like an octopus. Put this on.
I'm afraid to open mine.
No, yours might be alive.
I'm not
right.
going to wear this during the show
And-
because I
and
want to talk. My goodness.
That's fair. It will keep you warm, though.
Oh, I feel warm already.
Fantastic.
It's
Ralph,
not- it's not
who was
sticky
yours
as
labeled
promised,
to?
though.
The way I read it or the way you wrote
Yeah,
it?
the way God.
I read it as to my dark old friend, but
but
it actually
Wow,
says darn
okay.
old friend.
there we go.
From
Darn old friend.
Philip.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Still Philip was dark.
I didn't want to put daddy. It felt a little too inappropriate.
Is
for
this
Christmas.
an erotic picture of Sam Darnold? I hope it is.
I can't even imagine what this is.
By the way, thank you very much.
Oh, Merry
this is
Christmas.
quite lovely. I do enjoy your gifts.
Oh
I
my
still have
gosh.
the beard you bought me.
Dude, what are you kidding me?
So what do you get the man who has everything?
show it on the air, man. Let's
I'm not
go.
sure I want to.
It's not. Oh my goodness.
So now whenever people walk up to you and say, does the curtain match the drapes? There you go.
Wow.
Because of the sea chickens, I'm sure. Yes, that's
the
why.
sea chickens.
Yeah,
yes.
sure.
There's a joke about cock in there somewhere.
There is.
I
there
know.
I don't know what to say.
is.
Thank you would be probably
I'm
appropriate,
not sure
but yes,
I
thank
wanna
you.
Say thank you, especially
There.
if people look at me from behind.
Oh, wow.
You got
Yeah, that's like a mullet.
Every year.
Phil, you definitely have a special mind.
I
Yes,
do.
you do. Thank
I
you.
do.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Phil.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas,
for
boys.
yeah.
And by the way, I did get both of you gifts, which we talked
Yes,
about
you
before the
did.
air. You will be eating well this Christmas.
Yes,
You need to read the comment that I put on yours. I would like you to do it on the air.
where
It's
did, where
not-
did you
it's-
send it?
I sent it to your Seahawk, your other email, the other one.
All right. While we
Just read. You can read it on the air. It's not bad.
I've got us. Let me just read this text real quick. So
Okay,
it's on
yes.
YouTube. It says, today in sports history, an absolute legend of an analyst was born. The brilliant, insightful, funny, articulate,
Who
and
are they talking
always
about?
right,
Nobody here.
never
Colin Cowherd?
wrong, Philip Emmerine.
Oh,
Happy birthday, Pookie.
Yes.
Happy birthday!
It's your birthday.
To
It is.
you.
Oh, happy
Happy
32 today.
birthday
32.
to
Can you believe?
Happy
No.
birthday!
I know, neither did I.
dear
I
Oh,
thought it was
happy,
33.
happy
And,
birthday,
And
man.
my girlfriend said, "You're not older than me," and I said, "I know, baby."
And what are you doing for your birthday today? Where is
Well-
Sports Girly taking you?
Well, funny enough, I'm actually working today, but tomorrow we are having the
Tomorrow.
gathering.
The
having
gathering.
the gathering.
Is this like a horror movie?
No, it's like a small
Like
It's a very
Midsommar?
small, intimate get together. I always hated the word intimate in a familial sense. It always feels wrong. But we are all gathering, getting some dinner together. Everybody's kind of bringing a crock pot. It's good.
Well, if you're swingers, that's appropriate, but you guys aren't swingers. So.
Now it's in the family. That's one thing we
I
like
understand.
to keep separate.
So you got to read it. So this is I got them gift cards
Here-
gift cards.
Have a hockey puck, leathery, well done steak or part of one on me.
That's true.
There you go.
A gift card for $50, which will buy almost all of that steak from Arrowhead Grill.
There
Thank
you go.
dude.
You're
that was
welcome.
very nice.
And you got the same thing.
I did. Yes. Thank
But
you.
I gave you a note that I would prefer you not read on the air.
Yes.
So that's fine. because we have that kind of
Well, thank you. I
relationship.
appreciate both those gifts.
Yes,
thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Mine's coming to you guys.
I hope so.
Will not be
after
on
the show.
air. Could never be on air.
Oh, baby.
Absolutely.
All
Get you
right.
in the bed.
Well, now that we've effectively switched the mood,
Yeah, I think we have. That was a good move, by the way.
are we going to talk about the National Basketball Association?
Well, I know that Phil wanted to talk about this really big deal because the Knicks finally won a title.
Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I hope they hang that banner.
Well, here's the thing. Yes, I think that's the news of the year of the season.
Of the season?
Yes, because every so often you find owners that are frustratingly inept and incompetent that they actually waltz their way and stumble and bumble their way into something that is a positive thing. And James Dolan suffers many a fool, himself included. And he was able to stand up to the league, or maybe just sit down on his hands and say, we're not hanging up a championship banner for this in-season tournament that doesn't matter a gosh darn bit. We're not going to do it. And good on him. I mean, I don't know, to be honest with you, if I'm in the league, I'm not sure I'm too happy about it, but good on him, because the rest of us, nobody knows. How many people, even NBA fans, do you think before the championship and before we got a short little history, remembered who even won the in-season tournament last season? Not a gosh darn person. Nobody remembers that the Milwaukee Bucks won it last year.
Who?
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Who?
Did they hang
Bucks.
the banger?
Yeah, both and the
Lakers
one that
hung a banner too, didn't
the
they?
one that gave it validity was the Los Angeles Lakers, and the absolute atrocity that is, because they only hang championship banners. So when you put up an in-season tournament championship banner, you are validating it, you are verifying it, and it's akin to putting up the Taylor Swift jersey that you are retiring. And now they've moved the Taylor Swift jersey to out in the Concord or whatever. And you know what? I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve whatever, like enjoy that. But of course, not in the hollowed area with everybody else. So with this news of the New York Knicks not declining to hang up in the rafters an in-season tournament championship that none of us want to give any validity to.
Correct.
I think the Lakers should follow suit and say, well, if they're not doing it, guys.
I think there was an agreement with the NBA to hang that banner.
So then why did the New York Knicks get away with not doing it?
I bet you they do it eventually.
I think Dolan
They
is
just sneak
I
it
think
up there.
the league will get pissed.
You just go in one day and go, oh, there's a banner. Don't know how it got there. Mm-hmm.
I think Dolan is that. Like, again,
he's undermining
the
cup.
He is, and it's a beautiful thing.
Good.
Undermining the NBA. What
Good.
they're trying to do.
Do you realize
Good.
how absurd it would be if the
Who
NBA
cares?
If the NBA, in order to finally get the Knicks under some stable ownership, to where he's not throwing out homegrown legends, where he's not just bad mouthing current players from his owner's box. Do you realize how absurd it would be if the thing that gets Dolan out of the NBA is because he simply did not hang an in-season tournament banner?
So do you think that when a team wins this,
Yes,
and if I saw it
in a game that statistically does not matter,
they win money.
they win money.
I think it's a good amount of money too.
Money.
I think.
Especially for the players that don't make real money, it's actually good
Oh
money.
yeah, no, it's almost equivalent to
$250,000 or something.
yeah,
What do they
it's
make?
like
Fake money?
50,000.
Like what? Monopoly money?
It's good money. But not only that, does and I saw them with their, they raised the trophy and they celebrated and all that garbage. And now you're undermining it by not hanging the banner. So does this make them hungry? Does it give them confidence to say, hey, we won this, we can go into the playoffs now and we can make a run?
It doesn't.
We got a taste of it. We can do this. Or is this an absolute joke?
There is no correlation. I mean,
It's a
even
joke.
historically, which there are two, it doesn't have any bearing. I mean, the Bucks last year did they get swept out of the playoffs or did they win a game?
I don't
Either
even
way,
know.
they didn't. The Lakers, that was the year from hell. So that was the year of them defending their championship.
Mhm.
So they did not do much. And then in the Knicks are the lucky, like they are lucky that we just got into the tic-tac-toe, the paper, rock, scissors of the Spurs and Victor Wembanyama
Right.
over there, just eliminating the Thunder for them, because there is not a doubt in my mind that while the Spurs can handle the Oklahoma City Thunder, The Oklahoma City Thunder can defeat any other team, including the New York Knicks.
This is a total joke.
Completely.
Waste of time.
It's a money grab
It's
for everybody involved outside of the fans.
What money?
500,000 apparently.
So they got $500,000
Yes.
each player.
Yeah. So if you
So
are
that's cool.
if you're near the end of the bench, that legitimately could be
5-year salary.
your salary. No, your salary. Like, especially if you're a two-way player and you're on the roster.
What a slap in the face to the WNBA.
Truly.
Who's a
And
totally
they're-
different story.
And they're going to go on
I
strike.
know they're voting to go on strike. They might strike themselves out of existence, but anyway,
Oh my God.
I really think they might. But anyway, well, that's not for today. We're not talking about that
Oh,
but-
why not?
because it's a waste of time.
For the first time in recorded history, James Dolan, good on you.
There you go. I'll clap with you. I agree.
Okay.
The NBA Cup is ridiculous.
I'm with you, Neil. Let's switch to something real.
Like what?
Let's talk about the
you're
college
receding-
football playoffs.
Your receding hairline.
Somewhere, Luke Wright's gonads are hurting right now. Luke Wright is a boomer sooner.
Is he?
He graduated from
Oh.
ASU, but co-host and a friend of the show, Luke Wright, was boomer two soonering last night. Let me tell
They
you.
started
Oh my
strong
goodness.
and
Oh.
finished bad.
Yeah, that was. I didn't watch most of the game. I watched the very beginning and caught little bits here and there.
Well,
But
depending
yeah,
on how
that
early in
was
the
bad.
beginning you had one indication,
Well,
and
I
then
thought
you
it
come
was-
back
yeah.
later.
No,
It
it
was
was
17-0.
I looked at the screen once. It was 17-0. I looked again. It was
Yes.
17-17 at half. I was like, uh-oh.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
So I was very, very upset by this
Why?
because when this all started and the beginning of the game happens 17-0, and I'm going to take a step back from the actual game. I'll get to that in a second. But when 17-0 happened, I was so happy that those petulant crybabies over in Notre Dame and South Bend. I'm still on you guys. You haven't lucked your Irish out of me yet.
Wow.
I've still got some for you. They were going to be over there just wallowing in their own misery, saying, "Look at these fraudsters, these hooligans over there in Bama, and they're over there getting their butts whooped. We could have beat Oklahoma." No, you couldn't have. First of all, second of all, you didn't deserve to be. But it would have been validating to them. They would have felt righted had they had this leg to stand on, that somehow Alabama is the team that they were going head to head for a playoff spot with, and they were wronged for not being in over Alabama. And look at how they performed. We could have performed better. Yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
now that Alabama rolled tide and took Boomer Sooner and gave me a delicious meal of Luke Wright's tears just falling down from his face and his eyelids into my mouth, because they accomplished
That's really specific.
and very graphic. I wanted to make sure it was. And while this feast happened to me, I was just
To you.
This
Wow.
is
to me
this is
specifically.
the Weekend Warriors.
Don't judge how I watch games.
Sponsored by Penthouse. Dear
While this
Weekend Warriors.
drink happened and occurred to me, I felt bad because Notre Dame then had no leg to stand on whenever their gripes continued, and Alabama had that third loss. They and Oklahoma had very much the same resume. The only thing that differentiated them was that Oklahoma did not play in one more game in a championship game. So they were not eligible for that loss against Georgia that Alabama would have suffered. So all this to say, Alabama, roll tide, get out of here, Irish.
So I think that I imagine that the selection committee was probably sweating
They felt
bullets.
vindicated.
They were on edge before the end of the first half. They're like,
Yes.
uh-oh, maybe we were wrong. Oh, nope, turns out we're right. So they get to breathe easy now. I think we can put that criticism to bed at this point.
Yeah.
This just exposes Notre Dame for being as petulant and as small and whatever as they are.
Just a bunch of yappy little people over there.
You know what I can't wait to watch?
What can't you wait to watch, Ralph?
Alabama get their butts smacked by Indiana.
No, this was a formality. This was just no matter what team, again, even if you wanted to put Notre Dame, whichever one of those three teams were going to go up, Indiana is just in
Indiana's a
different league.
juggernaut.
They're going to smoke Alabama.
There was such a level and difference between the two. Speaking of the game specifically, what a devastating end to the season for Oklahoma. Truly, because had you concocted a game script about how you wanted the game to play out, that very much was it. Think about where Alabama is. They're coming off of an SEC championship where they get smoked. They get mollywopped. And after that, people are legitimately questioning whether or not you should make it into this tournament whatsoever. And so, because of that, you're now in this game. You go down 17-0 against against a Brett Venables defense, who's supposed to be top of the nation, and that's what they rested their entire season on. And you're up 17-0. Game's over. That's all you should need. That is absolutely the game script. Now you have a bunch of history being made over the largest deficit overcome in a college football playoff game. You have Oklahoma being 0-5 now in a college football tournament format, and you have now a season where Alabama sweeps you, just absolutely outstandingly bad for Oklahoma, devastating to a bunch of different levels. Also, possibly, I mean, depending on where you fall, if you're an Alabama fan, could be the best or worst thing ever that possibly saved your coach from being poached by Michigan. Yeah. I mean, that just what a turn of events that could have possibly been, because there are rumors that had he lost the first one, the heat would have been so much that he would have cooled down in Michigan temperatures. I don't know how the validity of that, but it did exist. There were verified and valid rumors going about that. So much to your point, I do think it's kind of all for naught. I think it's just a fruitless win that you get to go one step further than the other team. But yeah, well, enjoy the big boys with Indiana next week.
This segment of the Philip Amrine Show was brought to you by, actually, I don't know, man. And we can talk about it now because we're not going to be on the air next week, but I'm a little uncomfortable thinking about having to maintain that much eye contact with Fernando Mendoza when he talks to the post-game report. His post-game interview. Yeah, it's going to be the amount of eye contact he's going to make with the camera directly. He's not even going to look at the report. He's just going to right at the camera like he's looking into the soul of America.
I gave each of my teammates a rose because we're in the Rose Bowl.
That's frightening. That is frightening. And here's the thing. I could just not watch, but I have to watch now. That's the only reason I'm going to watch the game is I want to see Fernando Mendoza stare into my soul.
I like Fernando Mendoza.
And talk about going to Popeyes.
Well,
I like him a lot.
Get used to him on the Raiders, yeah.
That's true. I didn't even think of that.
I don't think that'd be a good fit.
It's going to be.
Yeah, but it's going to be
I don't think it's a good fit.
I mean, whoever gets the number one overall pick.
Raider Nation is so great. We're doing so great. We're going to Popeyes. Yow! Yeah, there you go.
I don't think, no.
Well, that's a separate discussion, I suppose.
It is. But I'm looking forward to, I really hope he wins a national championship this year. I'd like to see that. Just that team. I really like that team.
Well, I mean, you talk about history. Indiana's on the other side of the spectrum where they've done nothing. Like that is a program.
It's a feel-good
history that is of nothing.
It's a feel-good story.
Truly, the one blip of success that I can at all think of is somewhat recent, but it is Michael Penix over there. Yeah. And that was marred by injury. It is such a basketball exclusive school that you almost forget that they have a football program.
This could be like the NC State story when they came in and took down the mighty Houston team, right?
But
they came out of nowhere.
But they were still underdogs in that scenario. Yeah. I mean, this is best team in the nation. This is best team in a very contested Big 12 Big 10. This is dominance. This is the bully.
I'll tell you what, though, if they do win a national championship, it'll probably be with going through Alabama, going through Ohio State to do it, maybe even Georgia. I mean, so it's going to be impressive. I just, I saw their interviews after they won the Big Ten, and just you could tell, just class guys, love their coach. They're coached very well. I like them. I'm all for them. I'm pulling for them. That's my team for the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm definitely okay with the SEC getting knocked down a peg.
That too.
You want to talk about insufferable.
Absolutely.
It's like New England fans during the Red Sox and Patriots run. Just, oh my goodness.
So we got 3 more college football playoff games today. Let's talk about those briefly.
Big ones, big games.
You got Miami against Texas A&M. Now,
best game of the rest.
I think this is a really good game. I think Miami squeaks this out. I think it's a really close game. These are really, I think, very evenly matched squads.
You think of Miami and you think of a very different style than what this team is. This team is very, very dominant across both lines.
There's they who Miami.
Miami, yes.
They're also extremely fast. It's a speed team,
on offense, yeah.
right? Where A&M I think is more physical.
And I think, say what you will about Carson Beck, I know that he gets a lot of flack, rightfully so, deservedly so, across his time in Georgia and now in Miami, and in big spots, he can certainly lose you a game. But he does have the capability and the pedigree and the talent to get the ball to those speedsters, to the extremely talented wide receivers, to where maybe it's not going to be on him. It's just going to be just get the ball in space and let the playmakers do just that, precisely that.
So you're picking Miami.
I'm with you, yeah, on that. I mean, Texas A&M, I look at their resume at times and it looks and feels impressive, but it still leaves me wanting more. It's like that Texas loss really rattled really more, like, as far as any single loss and what I thought of them going in and out of a game, like Indiana, Ohio State, that one loss for Ohio State does not really alter my perception or view on Ohio State. The loss against Texas and knowing what Texas is for Texas A&M, that really altered how I view them as a team and as a juggernaut. That really shook my confidence.
What do you think, Neil?
I don't really care. I'm gonna be honest. Now, to be fair,
insightful.
This particular, right? Because that's what I do. Because that's what the nation wants.
Wait. How about Magic 8 Ball?
Well, listen. That's what the nation wants is more breakdown and analysis. Because
we want
nobody else
breakdown.
Nobody else in the world does that. But I'll tell you what.
Yours is different.
I'll tell you who does though. I'll tell you who does. Magic 8 Ball. Here we go. Magic 8 Ball. Who will win this? And honestly, I'm more interested in the other two games for different reasons, but that's a different story. So, all right. Magic 8 Ball. Who will win this game?
For anybody looking at the video, he's shaking the Magic 8 Ball. Nothing else.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's what you think.
I just got a little worried.
I thought he was touching his Christmas tree. But
yeah, there you go. Boxing the clown. Hang on. Cannot foretell now. Here we go. Magic 8 Ball. Will Texas A&M win this game?
That elf on a shelf's got a big
no doubt about it. Texas A&M. I'm picking Texas A&M.
Wow.
I mean, technically, you have the right side of that thing. I mean, I think me and Ralph are somewhat going on a limb here, but
I don't think we are.
I think they're favored.
I don't care.
You know what?
When have you ever cared?
Oh my goodness! If I'm wrong about my prognostication, I will just. I don't know what I'll do. I'll quit my job and I'll retreat into the woods and become a Luddite.
Well, right now, it is 0-0 with 8 minutes to go in the first.
Well, that's fantastic.
Of Miami, Texas.
Very cool.
So it's working out.
Right now, game script's exactly where you want it, baby.
All right, next game. Let's talk Tulane against Ole Miss. This is a poopy game. Come on. Ole Miss is going to destroy Tulane.
Oh, I don't know that.
They're going to destroy them.
I think that Ole Miss is probably they're motivated with the whole Lane Kiffin thing. By the way, speaking of Lane Kiffin, since we're still talking about Lane Kiffin, I was pulling up a story. I wanted to read this first paragraph of a story, and I just think it's hilarious, right? Because apparently Lane Kiffin posted some stupid stuff on social media or something before the game. So this is the article. I'll give the credit to it's Sports Illustrated. It's on MSN Athletic Lifestyle it's Sports Illustrated. Story by Matthew Graham. It says Lane Kiffin lives in his own reality. The Ole Miss pariah turned LSU savior to the tune of $91 million has already begun his revisionist history of somehow being the victim in the entire saga that enraptured the entire college football landscape until the 50-year-old hot yoga Zen master snuck off to Baton Rouge on a private plane, serenaded by Rebels fans with plenty of F-bombs and other unseemly chants. Yeah, I think they're still bitter about it.
A little bit.
Anyway, so he posted...
Just delusional Ole Miss fans.
Yeah, he's apparently said stuff. I don't know, whatever it is. He said that his post is, "It's not the Hunger Games, guys," Kiffin wrote. "Let's both cheer for each other all year long, except when we play each other."
Did he actually say that?
Yes.
He does. I mean, it's very Pollyanna, but he does have a point. Everybody strategically always gets this wrong. If I'm an ASU fan, I want U of A to win every game besides the ASU game.
Why?
Because when I beat them,
Ah.
it ups my own value. ups my own.
It's all about you.
Yeah,
your own
It
self-worth
is.
to compensate for your miserable life up to this point,
Hey,
which is not true, but I'm just saying.
I know, which is not. To get to the game, this is the game that you have a shot. As far as the Power 4 schools, Tulane has a shot, and the shot is plus 17.5 points.
That's the shot.
That is the shot.
Is it the money shot?
Well, hold on. Because Ole Miss is
Sponsored by
not
Penthouse.
in the same class as the rest of these playoff as the rest of the big boys. They are ranked number 6 in resume and season-long record only. And one has to believe that they are a result of their coach more than a lot of these other teams.
Okay.
And because of that, I am going to
No, you're
begrudgingly
not. No, you're not.
pick Ole Miss minus
Okay.
18. Next ones where Ole Miss gets stomped, but this there's just no way.
I think that Tulane will keep the game close early, and then Ole Miss will pull away in the second half. That's exactly what will happen. Tulane will become one-dimensional, which they can't do, and that will be the end of Tulane. And you will cover probably that 18 points. It'll open up in the second half. That's what I see happening. So,
Well, that's good for you. Well, we're going to ask Magic 8 Ball. We don't care. Good for you. Good for you.
Dude. We don't care what you think. Good for you.
We do, but we don't. All right, here we go. Magic 8 Ball. Who will win between Tulane and Ole Miss? I hope and pray that. Okay, the question is, Magic 8 Ball, will Ole Miss absolutely obliterate and destroy and in fact win this game? And the answer is
hell no.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. So I'm picking Ole Miss because that's what the Magic 8 Ball said to do.
Fantastic.
Good for you. All right.
Okay, one more game.
We can make this quick.
Let's see if this one's hard. Oregon versus the mighty James Madison.
What are the James Madison team? Like,
what's their nickname?
The Madisonites?
What's
I don't
their
know.
mascot?
The Madisonites?
Is it a guy in a colonial outfit?
A Duke dog.
They're the Duke Dogs?
They're a regal English bulldog wearing a crown and cape because they are the John Madison Dukes.
The Dukes, but they're actually a dog
Yes.
named Duke.
Anthropomorphic bulldog.
Well, I think the big question is, what uniform is Oregon going to wear today? Oh, wait, we actually know because they released it on Wednesday.
Wow.
Their color combination for the game is going to be a much more traditional look than their usually psychedelic, crazy, kind of like the stuff that the Seahawks were wearing on Thursday night, which I thought was cool, by the way.
I thought they were hideous.
Oh, you be
quiet. We'll talk about that later. You got nothing to say right now.
Outside of the game, which we will talk later. What are those? I texted our group chat as I watched.
It was fun.
They are the rivalry jerseys, and so the look is supposed to be the sound waves that come from the stadium because they're so loud.
It was whimsical and fun. Okay,
you be quiet. You have no right to talk about that.
It looked like a stream.
Let's talk about the Oregon Ducks. Islands in the stream. The Oregon Ducks for Saturday's home game against number 12 James Madison will be rolling with their green helmets, yellow wings, green tops, and yellow pants. Oregon's green tops will carry with them the yellow accent colors and yellow numbering to pair with the yellow pants. This is an inspiration that draws on the traditional look the program has worn for most of its existence. There you go.
You know what's funny about this game is that
nothing.
I think in like, let's say that James Madison were to have faced like a Georgia in round one.
James Madison were to have faced like a Georgia.
What's funny is that if they were to face Georgia, I could see them, like the players, having so much fun, just winning their way into the playoff, and then all of a sudden realizing on tape, and then stepping onto the field with these Goliaths,
right?
These intimidating size players that they are now on the same field with and have to play with, and just being pummeled. Oregon has some size, but they're not going to bludgeon you. They're they do have a lot of skill to them. Whereas with others, I would think that there is a true, like 21 is the spread here, guys. Right. 21 is the spread. I do wonder if James Madison has a little life within that context, within the
The
spread.
cover?
Yeah, the
No,
yeah.
I don't think they're
they'll
going
be
to cover.
Dude,
I don't think
It'll
they're
be
gonna
21 by halftime.
I don't think they'll cover at all.
They will outclass them completely.
I will think it'll be a bloodbath,
Yeah,
as the
I
kids
agree.
say.
This is the one that I feel could have a cover because I just so believe that Oregon believes, rightfully so, that they are in a different world as this team, as this James Madison Dukes. I believe
The Dukes.
the Dukes. I do believe
Wow.
that they might just overlook and be satisfied, be satiated with a 2 touchdown win and just go on, because there's no more such thing as style points. It doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter how you win.
I don't think it's a matter of them thinking, how do we do it? I think it's a matter of them being so outclassed in this game.
Even their
that when
backups will just
that when they run plays, it's just going to destroy James Madison. Even their backups, it ain't going to matter.
Oregon is at risk of scoring even from a kneel down. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Because their backups are better than their starters.
Yeah.
That's the bad part.
So when we consult the Magic 8 Ball,
Oh God,
I am not going to ask who's going to win the game.
that would be bold.
What I am going to ask Magic 8
Will
Ball
they cover?
though. Yes.
Will they cut?
Oh, Magic 8 Ball. Will the Oregon Ducks cover in their first round playoff contest in their green and yellow uniforms against the Dukies? Here we go, Magic 8 Ball. And the answer is, will they cover? Don't bet on it. Oh, we have some controversy. Magic 8 Ball saying that James Madison will cover.
Yeah.
Didn't say they're going to
Magic
win.
8 balls in Phil's head.
Magic 8 Balls and Phil said the Magic 8 Ball is trying to kiss up to you for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, it's got a good mind to kiss me.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
while we're talking about college, I
Okay.
do think
Sports.
Oh, I know. Here we go.
I do think
Here we go.
should make note of something.
Let's make a
seismic.
small note. Go
Oh,
ahead.
no.
Kenny Dillingham in back-to-back seasons wins, even in the offseason. He signs a new 5-year deal with Arizona State, effectively taking him out of the running for any Michigan job that nobody wants. Get out.
I
of here,
wouldn't
Michigan.
want it.
Honestly, that Michigan job, I actually would not touch it. Everybody keeps telling me it's a blue like a plum job. I don't necessarily see it. Anyways, to get back to local, Kenny Dillingham sticks around. Good on him. He also ups his coordinator pool money. Good on him. Yeah, just worth mentioning.
I agree with
Okay.
you as an ASU. I'm not a hater, but I obviously
Voyeur?
I support U of A because my daughter goes there. Bear down. But I
Having a good basketball season.
and a shout out to my little dogs if they're even listening. They stopped listening to the show a year ago. If they are listening, hey, what's up? Drive safe back to California, most of you. So I think that it's a good thing for the game. It's good for the game when ASU is competitive with U of A. I just think that's the way it is. So like this year, there was a lot, this is the way it goes. Any rivalry game of that sort, it goes the same way. It doesn't matter what the record is going into it, right? Except for last year when ASU was so much, just categorically so much better than U of A. Nobody expected anything. And I think that even in this game, this last game, the last Territorial Cup, I think there was some thought that maybe ASU could pull it out. They just had too many injuries, as it turns out. But ultimately, that still wasn't a foregone conclusion like it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So what I focus on as a U of A supporter is basketball right now, because that's all we got going. What bowl game is Arizona going to play in? I have no idea. I don't think even they know.
Yeah, they would know by now. They're all set.
No, I don't. Even if you told them, what?
It's because of all the meth.
They're
down
like,
there.
wait that's in Tucson, not U of A.
He's talking about ASU.
I'm talking about U of A.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, Tucson has meth, but not good grief.
I don't know that Arizona State is going to a bowl game.
They're not.
Yeah,
They have to be.
Everyone
have-
Everyone
They're
goes
going to
to
a
a
bowl
bowl
game.
Oh,
What
I'm
bowl
sorry.
game are they going to?
They're going against Duke in the Tony the Tiger Sun.
Yes, Tony the Tiger. You know why they're going to that bowl? Because they're great.
Can you believe that? I had no clue that they even were in a bowl. This is just outrageous.
You
They're
know,
in a New Year's Eve game, though. I mean,
Dillingham signing shows that he's committed to ASU.
yes,
That's where he wants to be.
Yeah,
So,
he's not-
good for him.
he's
man.
he's really never wavered, man.
He's not
Right.
talking the talk.
I'll give him that.
He's actually walking the
He
walk.
thinks he's got something that he can continue to build there. he thinks he can recruit well enough. I mean, good for him. I think he's delusional, but I mean, if that's where he wants to be, I give him all respect for wanting to be there and going beyond, because he could have probably got a better job somewhere else. He probably had a shot at the Michigan job if he would have tried hard enough.
But nobody wants that job, to Phil's point. All right, so you know where
just saying.
You know where University of Arizona is playing?
Did you look it up? Yeah, I looked it up.
Okay, hang on. I'll ask Ralph. Do you know where it is?
Pop-Tart Bowl.
I wish I would totally.
The Pop-Tart Bowl has gone from a joke to an actual.
Love the Pop-Tart.
I love it. The Pop-Tart Bowl is the best. Anyway, no, they are playing in the only place in America right now that arguably has better weather than
Florida?
The Phoenix area. No.
California?
Yeah, they're in San Diego. They're at the Holiday Bowl. The Holiday Bowl in San Diego.
That's cool.
Latin for a
and they're playing Southern Methodist University of the Mustangs. So we'll have to see how that goes. But they're playing in the snap. So who's playing in the Arizona Bowl, which is taking place? It's the Snoop Dogg Bowl. The one takes place on the U of A campus. Who's playing in that one?
I don't know. Who cares?
Momentarily.
No, I care. You know why?
Why?
I care because of Snoop Dogg. That's why I care.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, exactly. I can't.
Miami of Ohio versus the Fresno State Bulldogs.
I do like when it was done by Barstool Sports. That was a lot of fun. They gave it just enough irreverence that it made it funny and interesting to watch. I don't care anymore now that it's done by.
I do
Snoop
think
Dogg.
it is imperative that in the Snoop Dogg Bowl, at least one of the participants must be a dog-facing mascot.
No, I think they just need to be high the whole time. There needs to be instead of how they have the pregame fireworks and it has a cloud over the stadium. There's a cloud over the stadium, but it's not fireworks.
Instead of a dome, what it has is a bong top.
It's a hot box. We're talking about
Ralph is so done with this conversation.
I'm way done with this conversation.
Listen, let's keep talking about it. So anyway, no, I'm kidding. We're done. All right, moving on from
Ralph. Did you watch last night a guy get knocked out and dislocate his jaw in 2 places?
I didn't watch it. I did see it this morning though, and it made me kind of happy because I am not a Jake Logan Paul guy. Though both those guys, I don't like them. I think they're clowns. And to see him actually fight a real fighter for the first time, and I mean for the first time,
and get absolutely obliterated,
and he got destroyed. And the guy could have probably knocked him out in the first round, but he toyed with him for 6 rounds.
A real fighter or a fighter who wasn't throwing the match or the match on his behalf. Copyright.
He obliterated him when he wanted
copyright
to.
Mike Tyson.
Go ahead.
Also a boxer. That is
a real boxer.
Yeah, a boxer that's not on his
boxer that wasn't
last toes.
He's like, why? Like, I'm sure Jake Paul was like, why aren't you coaching me like Mike Tyson did during the fight?
It was about time.
Beating the absolute
he needed to
stuffing
get
out of him.
smacked.
2
around.
questions that fall out from this particular event, and I'm interested in your response here, Ralph, and then I'll ask my second one to Neil. So first one, Ralph, I know that you're not a big fan of them, and neither am I, for the record, let it state. But there's been a hubbub, there's been a side to the social media stating that they now have a newfound place of respect for Jake Paul, knowing that he was going out of a weight class, knowing that he was stepping into the ring with an Olympic boxer, that he was stepping into a former heavyweight champion ring in a dead zone, that he still took the fight, got legitimately injured by dislocating his jaw in 2 places, got knocked out, that there is some respect for still stepping in the ring and taking it. Do you have an ounce of respect given that?
No, I don't. I have no respect for this guy. He's ruined the sport. That was already questionable. He's come in as a joke. He's fixed fights that he's been in, period. These fights are fixed, right? He's paying these guys a lot of money to step in the ring with him because they're making a lot of money on these fights. He's dictating how the fight goes with them. You can see it. I mean, you can see these fights are completely choreographed. They know exactly what they're doing. It's to a certain level. I think, honestly, if Mike Tyson wanted to, he probably could have broke his jaw too. I mean, Mike Tyson hits like a freaking rock.
Mike Tyson was paid off to not win that fight. Absolutely.
You can
100%.
tell. I mean, I think he's made a mockery of the sport completely. So when you see what happened last night, I wish Anthony Joshua would have just knocked him out in the first round in the first 10 minutes. And first 5 minutes. He probably could have. I mean, if he would have really went off, he could have destroyed him quickly. You can see during the whole process, He wasn't. He was holding back. He was
laughing.
It was a show, right? It was an absolute show.
It was an extended cardio session.
Jake Paul has absolutely made a complete joke of boxing at this point. He's taken a sport that I used to love back in the day that had real athletes and real fighters, real boxers, and he's made a mockery of it completely. And I think he's a clown.
And to Neil, my question to you is, because I usually put you in the realm of the common man, right? Like to where like you are a voice for the people. It's a big and heavy responsibility and burden, Neil. So my question to you is with this, because kind of the draw and allure of Floyd Mayweather was that you were hoping that somebody did this to him. Like you wanted to see his comeuppance. And now we've seen it now with Jake Paul.
Yes.
Does this end the Dog and Pony show? Is this this the last one that they can ring?
Hang on. Who's he asking the question to over there?
Who's the voice of the common man?
I have Tourette's.
Hey.
No.
Hey. No, just kidding. I don't care.
So Neil, is this the last ring and squeeze of udders that you can like juice out of any interest?
So
we
should.
milk very differently.
It should.
Okay.
But it won't. Because people like Jake Paul don't learn their lesson. They don't have a sense of humility. They don't have a sense of self-awareness. They think, oh, it was listen, I got the crap kicked out of me. What were the views and likes like? Oh, great, I'm gonna go do it again. He's gonna milk this until he does it and nobody cares. The problem is people care, people watch this stuff. He gets clicks, he gets likes, he gets views. It just builds him up. A lot of money. He makes a lot of money doing it. So until he stops making money doing it, he'll keep doing it, even if he embarrasses himself, because he doesn't care. He has no sense of self-awareness or any humility or any sense of how he fits into the world. All he says, I just want to make money. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to get the stuff and beat out of me constantly. But yeah, I made $1 million, even though I have to eat through a straw for the next 2 months.
If it's really even a broken jaw.
If it is,
that could be choked too.
Financially, it's good. It's good to not have a self-awareness or conscious or even moral standing, I suppose, towards tradition of boxing. Why I think that question is so important, though, is because if we're looking at it from like a Rocky franchise, like there's a reason why they're doing Creed. First of all, it's probably because Creed, like because Rocky's old, right? But beyond that, there's nothing more really to do with the story. And if you're looking at Jake Paul, you've seen him take on celebrities. So like, outside of like him boxing, a Ryan Gosling now, like what else? Like where can he go to celebrity? You've seen him take on lower level fighters. All right, so we've ascended. And then we go to former legends in Mike Tyson. And then now you've gone to a verifiable actual boxer who is still current. I don't know where he can go to find more money to and also he lost to the verified. I don't know what he can pull from of just interest and manufactured storylines he can draw from that is worth a buy or worth a view, even to a free Netflix use. I don't know what story. I mean, there was
He'll find it,
but I can't think of it.
Somebody will take the money. That's part of the problem.
Yes, but
somebody will take the money, and then idiots like us will watch it.
I think the only one he has left that I can just think of that comes to mind, because every single step up to this point, I think has been understandable, has been predictable.
Who's left? Muhammad Ali?
No, I think Mike.
That would be a bit of an unfair fight.
He should fight Michael B. Jordan.
That would be interesting.
Who plays Creed?
That's not a bad
know.
But no, his brother.
No, he needs to fight.
That is the only one left that I could. To where whoever loses, everybody wins.
You know what? I would watch that just to watch the two of them beat the stuffings out of each other.
What would they call that? Douchebag one? I mean, come on.
The battle of the douchebags.
Paul no punches.
I give those guys. I give those guys a lot of credit because they know exactly how to make money.
Yes,
and they've done a great job of it. They are great social media entrepreneurs. They know how to do it.
Yeah, but they are
destroying a sport in the process.
Yeah. They're doing it on
making
the backs,
a mockery of
leeching off of the remnants of whatever the sport remains to be.
So Blissful Hayes is on the text line. A couple of texts. He says, "Good morning, everyone. Will the Suns hang their 5th placed NBA Cup banner?
Dylan Brooks. If Dylan Brooks had anything to say about it.
And then he says, is Dillingham worth $7.5 million a year when he has a 22-16 win-loss record at ASU? That's a legitimate question.
No,
he's 22-16.
At ASU, the first year, he's just getting a program correct. They're not all Indiana programs with possibly, I mean,
$7.5 million a year
with Rich Cignetti, or Kurt Cignetti, the best coach, and Kenny Dillingham. We have to have varied expectations, guys. ASU is not a behemoth in the works, in sleeping dog over there. ASU, what it was and what it currently is, are just different. We've now elevated our expectations and are now historically applying it to himself, so that way we can somehow question the validity of what Kenny Dillingham is doing and what he's accomplished. Get out of here. ASU was a joke before him. We had to go to Herm Edwards, the guy who's best known, not for anything on the field, but best known for a quote about losing, about questioning his very success in a different league. So Kenny Dillingham had to take over that stink, had to take over that program, and brought them to some version of relevance, bring them to some version of credibility. Is he worth the money? Yeah. Who else? First of all, who are you getting that's better? If we even want to have a iota of entertaining this premise, first of all, nobody. Like there's nobody credible that is better than Kenny Dillingham that we can get. Secondly, the fact that he's able to even generate the amount of money, we're questioning Kenny Dillingham. Why don't we question the donors, myself included? I'm not giving any money, and I need to. I should be, but I'm not. And then Kenny Dillingham's having to draw water from a stone over there. Question Kenny Dillingham.
I mean, he's not even in the top 10 of salary makers. I mean, right? Kirby Smart's making $13 million.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley makes 11.5. Dabo Sweeney's making 11.
That's stealing money right there.
Right. Sarkisian makes 10.8. Brian Kelly was making 10. Belichick's making 10. Kiffin's making 9 at Ole Miss. I don't know what he's making now over at
LSU. He's making a lot more than that.
He's probably making like 13.
Yeah.
But $7.5 million based on just looking at the top 10. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Would I rather have somebody whose name fits the bill as opposed to where I think Kenny Dillingham has made himself into a name and verifiably sits upon those earners? Like, would I rather have Bill Belichick right now? No. And to be quite frank with you, like there's a bunch, like would I rather have Brian Kelly? No. I mean, there's a bunch of people that just fit it in name and stature only that Kenny Dillingham has proven with his track record, has proven with what he's done and accomplished and what he's built in that program. Get out of here.
Hey, look, my super fan is texting on the show. Shannon Stewart, stick with me, Neil, and I will turn you into a meaningless radio superstar. Now, Shannon Stewart,
it's a bad month for Stewart.
He clearly is lusting after me, and I don't know what the deal is or what his major malfunction is. I think he might be suffering from a small appendage, but we'll have to see. Anyway, Shannon, listen, stop calling me. Stop driving by my house. Okay. Wow. We're not getting together, Shannon. All right. I'm sorry. I know you keep telling me that you'll love me forever, but I don't believe you. Okay. So anyway,
two things. First of all, Shannon probably wouldn't be the one suffering from the small appendage. It would be the partner. Secondly, do we need a clarification? Is Shannon identify as a male or female?
I believe it's a male, and I believe
I always thought it was a woman.
He used to have a texter nickname. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, okay.
Well, he identifies as an absolute douchebag. That's for sure.
Okay.
So Shannon,
I guess we'll get more texts now.
Yeah, come on, Shannon, bring it on. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna stick it in all the way. All right, let's go.
Gosh, I didn't realize Deion Sanders making $9 million a year.
What?
That's insane. Kurt Cignetti only makes 8.3. I know he's getting.
Get it.
But anyway, yeah, I wasn't going to read that Shannon Stewart thing. But.
Thank you, Shannon.
That's okay.
Oh, but he responded.
He responded. He said it isn't very big around, but it sure is short.
All right.
I love it. All right.
As we mentioned at the top of each hour and every show, if you comment, we will respond.
Yeah, exactly.
Even to this.
Oh, absolutely. It's like, hey, if you want to go, let's go. So I'm in.
As we get close to the second hour here, there's a lot of NFL to talk about.
There's a ton.
There's a ton of NFL we're going to talk about. I'm really excited to get into some of it. And then, of course, at the end of the show, the king, who went 6-0 last week, will get his 5-minute rant.
Who's that?
That would be me.
You got Scott Angle on the show?
No, I'm the other king.
Oh,
I'm the
no.
baby king.
We
The
need a
main king.
play-by-play. I need to make sure that these picks weren't
You're the king of pain.
And I've
Copyright
got my 5 minutes ready for you.
Oh my goodness.
You're making me sick on my
This
birthday.
is going to be awful.
Yeah, the fact that it's your birthday, you're not going to do very well. So,
Well, do we have any other before we? Are we going
I say we go to break early because we've got so much NFL.
I was going to say that too.
Let's do it.
Let's take an early break so we can digest what's coming out of Shannon's mouth.
Thank God it's his mouth.
Wow. I'm getting
we
to
have
the outro.
we have to do
We
our
have to do our outro, Shannon.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guarantee you, second hour, we're gonna talk Tua. I gotta talk Tua. We're gonna talk about Puka's running his mouth and where that's done for him. We'll briefly touch on Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers in a press briefer where he said some stupidity, I would say. Going to the games of last week, we're going to definitely talk that Thursday night game, which I think was probably the best game of the year so far. And then we'll get into our picks. And then at the end of the hour, the best rant you'll ever hear on this show.
Oh no,
guaranteed. I'm going to let you guess what the topic's going to be.
Caitlin Clark.
Going to be really good. So stick around for hour 2. Thanks for joining. It's the Weekend Warriors. We'll see you in about 4 minutes.
Hey, Ralph, got another solar question for you.
Okay, but did you check out the Harmon Solar Podcast first?
The what?
The Harmon Solar Podcast. We put new episodes up twice a month that teach you all the things you ever wanted to learn about solar. We discuss things like how solar works, the roofing, sales process, demand management, everything solar.
Show like this needs some real smart thinkers, huh?
Well, yeah,
So you got some really great guests then, huh?
almost every show.
Is it on Spotify?
Yep,
iTunes?
yep, just search it everywhere. It's the Harmon Solar Podcast. Go check it out at harmonsolar.com.
After you cook, are you staring at a pan full of grease? Pan dust turns hot, messy grease into dry, scoopable crumbs in seconds. Sprinkle, stir, let it set, wipe it out, done. Fewer towels, cleaner counters, and yes, happy drains. Want to see it work? Open YouTube and search Pan Dust Absorbs Grease, or go straight to our channel at Pan Dust Absorbs Grease. Watch a quick demo, hit subscribe, and share it with your bacon-obsessed friends. It works on cast iron, non-stick, baking sheets, even grill pans. It's plant-based, no harsh smell, and cleanup is weirdly satisfying. Make cleanup the easiest part of cooking. Pan Dust absorbs grease.
Game day, date night, or a midweek bite, make the Spot Neighborhood Grill your go-to. Sizzling burgers, crispy wings, street-style tacos, fresh salads, and shareables that disappear fast. Add an ice-cold draft or a classic cocktail, and you've got your new neighborhood favorite. Wall-to-wall TVs so you won't miss a play, a patio made for Arizona evenings, and that friendly local vibe you love. Find us at 2 Valley locations, Scottsdale at 18,251 North Pima Road, and Glendale on 5350 West Bell Road. Dine in, grab takeout, or order ahead. Find us at thespotgrill.com for the menu, hours, directions, and daily specials. Again, that's thespotgrill.com. The Spot Neighborhood Grill. Great food, great people.
Turn your backyard into the best seat in the house with Curbalite, the app-controlled landscape curb that wraps your trees in color. Pick any hue, run preset scenes, even schedule your lights right from your phone. And on party night, make the lights dance to the music. Choose the traditional round tree ring or the contemporary square. Both install in minutes and link together for bigger, brighter displays. Connect up to 12 sets to frame your whole space. Built for real weather, Curbalite is tested in extreme heat and cold, so your glow goes year-round. Level up your nights, game day, holidays, or just because. Get Curbalite now at Curbalite.com. That's Curbalite.com.
The Weekend Warriors, taking sports talk radio to a new dimension. Listen to Ralph, Neil, Phil, and guests break down the news.
Isn't that what everybody wants?
The games.
If you like the NFL, this is your shot.
The matchups.
This will be the last year I think we'll ever see one 3,000 strikeout player, much less two facing each other.
The Weekend Warriors.
We are known to chant as well.
You're listening to the Weekend Warrior Show. It's time for hour number 2.
It's the Weekend
Warriors. Warriors, come on to play.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, everybody. It is 11 o'clock on this beautiful Saturday morning. I'm Ralph Romano. Alongside my partners in crime, I've got the legend, Neil Lynch, and we have the legendary Philip Amorine, not in the control room. And this is the Weekend Warriors, our Christmas show and last show of 2025.
That's right. And we want you, the fans, to be involved. No matter if you have hot takes on sports.
You're so hot with
if
your takes.
If you want to wish one of our members of our crew a happy birthday, or if you want to take shots at me, bring it on. The text line is open. The Weekend Warriors text line, that's a different kind of shot. 866-412-6366. 866-412-6366. Or you can comment on our social media streams, and we'll see those, and we will read those comments on the air. That's X, that's YouTube, and that is the Book of Many Faces.
Who's this?
It sounds like the guy who sings the Oogie Boogie Man
This
from
is
Christmas Carol.
this is Will Ferrell imitating somebody. I don't know.
This is Bruce Willis.
Buster Poindexter. You remember the song Hot, Hot, Hot? You guys don't remember Buster Poindexter?
How old are you?
Oh, come on.
You remember Lucille Ball?
I'm 70 years old. Back in my day, Glenn Miller used to play Christmas carols.
All right.
Dean Martin was a sure wig.
And
Gee
Beverly
golly whiz.
and Jeanette McDonald would sing. It was great. Good grief.
All right, so I want to start off in the NFL with these two people that have no culture at all in their background, apparently. You don't even know who Buster Poindexter is. My goodness.
No, we don't have.
I know if I played the song Hot, 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 you'd know it.
We don't have dumb stuff in our background.
Oh, my gosh. I want to start with Tua. So this is a big deal. Tua was dropped to third string, not second string.
It makes sense.
Third
Emergency
string,
backup,
emergency
yeah.
backup. And so a reporter asked him about that, and this is what he said.
Why do you think this has happened?
I would say the biggest thing, and it's being honest with myself as well, had been my performance. I haven't been performing up to the level and the capabilities that I have in the past.
Stupid question, logical answer. Why do you think you got demoted? Well, because I suck. That's basically what he said. I haven't played well.
Exactly. What else is he supposed to say? Is he? And then that sounded like it was kind of a question designed to stir up controversy.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the guy needed something to write about.
Tua, I thought, handled it really well.
Yes, he did.
So he's being benched completely. Rookie Quinn Ewers is going to be starting. The wonderful Zach Wilson will be his backup. And
Zach Wilson, did you see he had the gall? He had the audacity.
He had the unmitigated.
He had the audacity to come out and say, what am I even doing here if I'm not the one who's starting next behind Tua? My guy, Zach Wilson, I realize whatever they teach you over there in BYU is why not more, but stay in your lane. Like Quinn Ewers, there's no realm where I wouldn't try and see at least what Quinn Ewers can do on a football Sunday.
Well, I think you have to, right?
Yeah, you have to enjoy the backup money. The backup money is not bad. Like you can go be the Cardinals have had a litany of guys that are just sticking around in the league and make good money just being a backup, but running the scout team, whatever. Zach Wilson, enjoy that lane because my guy, you're done starting. You're done competing. You were done when you lost the job to Trevor Siemian with my Denver Broncos, and I was scared that you were going to win that job. Get out of here.
So here's the issue with all this. So I understand why they're doing it, right? Let's see what we have in Ewers. I mean, he's our rookie that we brought in. You know, he's not costing us any money, so let's see what we've got with him.
I think a 5th rounder.
But we've got a guy coming off a 4-year, $212 million extension that they signed in 24. His cap money next year is over $99 million if they release him.
Ouch.
It was bad again, look at a Broncos fan here. It was bad with Russell Wilson, but it was 86, 89.
Yeah, this is worse.
This is worse.
What do you do here? I mean, are you going to really release this guy? Is this guy done? I mean, have the concussions caught up with him? That if you watch the games, like I saw some of the video from the last game, he's missing wide open receivers, and he's not missing them by a little bit. He's missing them by a lot. It's like he's not even close.
The problem with Tua, and I don't say this lightly, is everything.
The problem with you and my mate, everything.
The guy, even before the concussion issue, and I do want to take a tender moment to just acknowledge the concussion issue. Like I do take that with the seriousness and the level of which it deserves. So let's take a moment to look before. Before, what made him elite was an elite play calling and scheme that kind of took the league by storm, and his ability to compute and assess and read the field to where he could get to people, the ball to players before they were even open, and almost predict where they were going to be open, as well as Tyreek Hill. Like those three factors all made it work. You're taking away two of those with Tyreek Hill, and now post concussions, we are looking at a drastically different player than the one who earned that extension.
I agree.
And now, when you look at Tua, who does nothing well on the field, to where you see him playing, to where not only is he Phillip Rivers, not only is he an Aaron Rodgers, where they look like they're really afraid to get hit, but they'll still sit in the pocket and take a hit if they very much need to. This is a person who almost looks medically directed to not take a hit. And because of that, he will make decisions so bad that in a 2-point conversion, he is throwing away the ball. It is so bad of just a football decision and makes no logic. It's not a whoopsie. That is just a bad decision on every scope that it can be a bad decision. And so that it is so atrociously bad, it warrants the discussion that comes along with the medical questions of the concussion and how that has to have affected his brain chemistry, his brain processing, all this. And now, if you're looking at it from an organization, I truly don't know how you move on from this, and thus why it took so long to get to this point, because how bad it will be for them financially with how their team is constructed currently. They are going to be in the pits of hell for bare minimum 3 years.
Well,
I love how descriptive you are. Phil.
Yeah, let's ask our resident Dolphin expert. We have Bitter Dolphin fan on the text line.
Yes.
Says the Tua benching needed to happen. To me, there's a physical and skittishness to run out of the pocket, which is what you're just talking about, probably due to his concussion issues. This move to Quinn Ayers should have been 3 weeks ago. Now, let's be realistic. Ayers, he's a 7th-round pick and has his own injury history, which is true, but at least he can run. And in preseason, he could throw a ball downfield. As for Tua, this has been medical malpractice. We know what CTE can do to a player. I think you're both 100% correct.
Yep.
So if Tua retires, which is a possibility, the cap hit drops to $45 million as a retired player. That's doable versus $99 million, right? So I think maybe that could be a path, because I don't know what NFL team would want to take this guy on.
Okay, so we're having two separate discussions.
Yes.
If he retires, that is out of the goodness of his heart, because that $45 million is not going to him. It's just the cap hit,
right,
that goes according to them off of the money.
I'd be about him doing the right thing, because he can't play anymore.
Right.
Correct.
And I think we've seen the fact that he's still on the field means that he's not going to. He's going to Steve Nash.
What if they do some backdoor deal with him and say, dude, just go ahead and retire. We'll pay you X amount of dollars on the back end, blah, 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 over the next few years.
It's possible. We are talking about Stephen Ross here, who is in the middle of a litigious contention right now with a former Brian Flores head coach. So it's possible.
But if he doesn't retire and you're going to keep this guy on the bench? No, you can't put him in a game the way he's playing. What do you do with him? You're going to trade him? No one's going to want him.
You could trade him.
Maybe the Cardinals would, but no one else would want him.
You could trade him.
Hey, how about that? How about we swap Murray for Tua? Two dead cap space of contracts. I mean, two players that are just not performing.
You know,
The
that's
Cardinals
not
say no.
that's not ridiculous.
I don't think it is.
The Cardinals say no simply because I think Tua is unplayable at this point.
So is
Yeah.
Kyler.
No.
Not for the same reason, though.
No, Kyler.
No, one just sucks. One can't play anymore because of concussions.
Kyler has indicted himself upon a franchise quarterback level to where now he has to prove it.
But he's not.
Tua has brought in questions about whether or not he should retire. We have not
Physically.
seen a 27-year-old look as if he is a 37-year-old in quite some time from the quarterback position to where you are worrying about his health. Like
You haven't seen my dating profiles, apparently.
There we go. I cannot stress enough.
Just kidding, Amy. I love you. Wow.
Cannot stress enough how I think this man is truly injured. This would be, I mean, knock on wood. This would be almost the equivalent of seeing like Lamar Jackson suffer like 3 leg injuries. This is almost like the Derrick Rose situation where what makes them great is being drastically taken away. Except now it's just an injury that we can't see.
So then what do they do? What do you do if you're on the Dolphins?
I think they just cut him. Either that or they have to trade him and attach a pick along with it.
If you can find a rookie,
Brock
if you can
Osweiler.
get a rookie quarterback, whether it's Quinn Ewers or if they get a high pick this year and they get somebody good that they can plug in and play, then yes, you can cut him because you're not going to feel that impact for the next 4 years, salary wise.
Where I thought you were going to go is that they can be good because
no.
This is the contention that everybody brings up. Said because it's just so similar. The Russell Wilson thing. Russell Wilson thing worked for 2 reasons. One, of course, they still because of Bo Nix, and he was able to be drafted and brought in.
And they're paying him nothing.
And you're paying nobody on that team anything.
Right.
Like Patrick Surtain, we haven't even paid. Pat Bonito on that defense, we haven't even played. We got the second rundown of Evan Ingram. Like there's nobody on that team that we are paying. Therefore, we are able to construct this team that is all working in its components. The Miami Dolphins are paying everybody on that team.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm just saying, as far as a quarterback position, look at New Orleans. Look at what's his name, Shaw, whatever his name is. He's turned out to be pretty darn good.
I think I'm pronouncing the Slavic version of it.
He's probably their guy for the next 3-4 years.
I've been impressed with Shuck.
Right, so Shuck.
That really is his name.
Shuck? Okay.
Yeah, that's
he's a corn shucker. But I mean, I guess if you're Miami, you have to hope for that same result, right? You need a guy that can be there, whether it's Quinn or a guy you get in the draft this year, because you're probably right. You probably have to cut to
It's the only path forward outside of luring. Funny, he keeps coming up in this conversation. Outside of luring like a Russell Wilson to play for the veterans minimum, simply because it is the only place where you can offer Russell Wilson a starting job. There is,
but he's so bad.
He's even now where he's
destroying his
better
legacy.
than Tua.
Yeah, and he's so bad.
And you're offering him a place to start.
I think he retires.
Russell Wilson. Now we're talking about.
Yeah, he has to retire.
He's
again
done. We're talking about a separate subject.
Done.
I don't think he retires. I don't think he's built.
Well, that's just stupid. Then is he going to go to Miami, go buy a boat, and sit on a boathouse and?
I think anywhere
Why
he
not?
start, he likes it.
He hates losing.
The Tua thing, to put a cap on this, and to put a guardian cap, hopefully on Tua. He's also he should be the Romeo Dobbs.
He should be gone. He shouldn't have a cap.
I do believe if what I think happens in that the Miami Dolphins cut him, because I think that they will simply have no other choice. If they cut him, I believe that he is forced to retire.
Okay.
I think that he retires because there is no reason, from what you've seen on game tape this year, it has been so atrociously bad on so many levels to where he has become a non-functional quarterback that I believe that he will be forced to retire.
Bitter Dolphin fan says a post June 1 cut, they can spread out the cap hit over 2 years.
It's still bad, man. It is still like we're still looking at 90. Like there is no difference between if they cut him going on into the offseason versus if they cut him at the conclusion of next year. It is so bad.
It's funny. Blissful Hayes comes and says, who's a worse quarterback, Tua or little Kyler?
It's Tua.
Right.
It's I
Tua
realize
because of what's going on with his head.
It's a funny joke, but there's truly no different. Like Tua, again, I cannot stress it enough, cannot function an NFL quarterback system right now. Whereas Kyler, he at least can run around and gain you a few yards. Like there is functionality there that you can hopefully maneuver around, and he just does not he does not live up to the price tag that he has.
So I'm curious, bitter Dolphin fan, what do you want to see happen? Just you're the big Dolphin fan here. I mean, we've got no skin in the game. Just curious, as a Dolphin fan, what do you want to see? Real quick, off of football, what you think about that, bitter Dolphin fan? This is for you, Phil. Do the Golden State Weekend Warriors think that Evan Booker is a coach killer?
Oh, Devin Booker?
Devin Booker is a coach killer.
Oh, he said the weekend Golden State Warriors.
That's what I said.
That's you switch it around. That's kind of a compliment.
Did
though.
I say weekend Golden State Warriors?
It's a dynasty.
It's a
Just
compliment.
Real quick,
I appreciate
what do you
that.
think before we go to the Aaron Rodgers?
I no, because I don't really see Devin Booker as the main guy. Like I think Devin Booker in his best form is the additional person that completes a team. So therefore, if I view him as that, I really attribute the coach killing, the frequent firings to where within the past 24 months they have the exact same amount of coaches as the NFL Steelers have had in the last 50 years. The reason why I attribute that to Matt Ishbia. So
Okay.
I do not.
Okay, we'll let that go. I just wanted to answer that. Yeah. All right, so Aaron Rodgers had a press conference.
Speaking of that Monday night,
that was kind of funny.
All right,
let's
I sent Neil.
Yes.
I want you to listen because I sent this to Ralph, and unfortunately it ruins it. But I just want you to listen to this and tell me if you could possibly concoct a statement that is more Aaron Rodgers than if I realize that this is not AI. There's video attached to this. Go ahead.
There is. Right. Oh, and real quick, bitter Dolphin fan does answer us and says, "Give viewers a chance and draft a QB." In the draft.
you honestly,
I agree.
Maybe even draft 3 quarterbacks, like 6th, 7th, and then get somebody else's 7th.
Oh my! Did you just say 6-7?
Oh wow!
We're all supposed to lose our minds and go 6-7 now. Okay.
There are quite a few good quarterbacks coming out this year. So,
well, no, I disagree with that. But go ahead.
Wow.
We'll fight about that later.
Okay.
Here's Aaron Rodgers.
So it's kind of what I said after the game. There's some cast-offs if you look at our roster, which it makes it really special. Kenny Gainwell signed a next to nothing contract. Connor Hayward, an afterthought, had a touchdown run. Marquez been on a couple teams. Adam Thielen got cut. Samuel was on the street for a long time. So it says a lot about the character of the guys we brought in.
Do you consider yourself one of those cast-offs too?
No, I'm not a cast-off.
Great question.
Boy.
He was not ready for that follow-up question in any manner whatsoever. And could you not take away the immediate, just completely throw the baby out with the bathwater of any ounce of a compliment that it was before that? Oh my God.
That was great.
Was that not just the most Aaron Rodgers thing you've ever heard of in your gosh darn life?
Why didn't I not see that? I didn't see it.
You think
That's crazy.
You think journalism is dead? I present to you that. That was a fantastic question.
That was.
Follow up that Aaron Rodgers just completely fell
Do
on
you
the
think you're a
floor.
cast off? No, I'm not a cast off.
Do you think you're a cast off? How dare you ask me that?
He
That is
wasn't
right. That is a
expecting that.
dirty word.
It kind of threw him.
Oh my God. I mean, the levels upon that is its own analogy in a nutshell. That to where you just see the narcissism of Aaron Rodgers just giving out.
That was
Oh my
deplorable.
God.
That was just great.
Aaron Rodgers has no spatial awareness of where he is. And to be true, that is a fair question because it does apply to you, Aaron Rodgers.
It does.
You are a cast off.
Are you a cast off too? Yeah. Where were you last year? Oh yeah, and the year before that. Okay.
To where they specifically brought
Or
you in
2
just to
years.
specifically cast you off. I mean, just astounding lack of self-awareness. Astounding. And I get it. To somebody of his pedigree, if he were retired, he would not be considered he's a multiple time MVP for the NFL. He has won a Super Bowl. He is a made man. I get it. That doesn't change your circumstances.
No,
where
it
you
does
are,
not.
man.
That was a fantastic.
Absolutely
dreadful.
for me won soundbite of the year. It's a very late contender, but holy crap, was that incredible! I'm so glad I got to experience that with you, Neil, for the first time. Because when I sent that to Ralph, I was like, unfortunately, I know you need to hear this in order to.
You know what? It was so short. We're going to hear it one more time. Here we go.
Let's do it again. Here we go.
Let's do it again.
I love it.
So it's kind of what I said after the game. There's some cast-offs if you look at our roster, which it makes it really special. Kenny Gainwell signed a next to nothing contract.
Great guy.
Connor Hayward, an afterthought, had a touchdown run. Marquez been on a couple teams. Adam Thielen got cut. Samuel was on the street for a long time. So it says a lot about the character of the guys we brought in.
Do you consider yourself one of those cast-offs too?
No, I'm not a cast-off.
Immediate.
So funny.
No hesitation whatsoever. And also, Neil, if you could watch the video, he is insulted by the question.
He is.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm not. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Oh my God. What just a doofus.
All right. Some
Just
other news.
no good.
Stuff from last week. Mahomes obviously just destroyed his ACL. You saw it when he got hit. I mean, I saw that hit and I was like, yikes.
He's been favoring his knee for
He
quite
has
some
been,
time.
but this was
he's
bad.
been on the injury report with the knee stuff. I have no hesitation that I think that he will be back by week 1, just with how sports medicine's going. Maybe.
They talked to Robert Griffin III about it. They were asking him, with this injury, what do you think? He goes, the biggest mistake is going to be he's going to try to be back for the beginning of the season, which is wrong. He goes, he should sit the entire season. He goes, as a guy that went through this, he goes, trust me, it takes almost 24 months to get yourself back where you need to get.
Wow.
He goes, 6 to 9 months, I get you can recover and be ready to go. He goes, you're not. He goes, you need more time. He goes, I should have sat the entire next season. He goes, it helps you build it back up, and then you can go the season after that. I'm just taking that from a guy that's been there, done that, right? I never busted my ACL or whatever happened to him with his knee that one time, but he said that was his advice to Patrick Mahomes. And then they asked Kelsey, they said, hey, man, because obviously he hasn't made a decision on retiring yet. And they said, this could be the last time you've played with Mahomes. What do you think about that? And it kind of took him back. He didn't know what to say. He's like, wow. He goes, I don't want to think about that right now. We're going to talk about that after the season.
So
interesting.
Robert Griffin III suffered a torn ACL and LCL meniscus.
Yeah, he had both.
Yeah, so that is one thing that is a positive from Mahomes. He only suffered the ACL.
Yeah.
It was isolated to that.
But you do see a lot of guys that try to come back next year when they get hurt late and they try to come back at the beginning. They're never ready and they don't look right.
That's true.
You remember the one? Gosh, it's crazy. But the one bad season of Tom Brady's career was the year after he came back from the injury, and it was, you could very easily identify it as he was skittish, did not want to get hit, as well as he did not trust his own body to be able to.
But that's typical.
No, 100%. So I'm just saying to aid to your point.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes certainly is somebody that you, as the harbinger of the NFL, as the person who is the spokesman for certainly the Chiefs and even to the great public, greater public for what NFL is currently with his Kermit the Frog voice. I do think. I know. We're talking about the Chiefs, and as a Broncos fan, you eventually have to take a shot.
I don't really appreciate you talking about me like that. This is Kermit the Frog, and my ACL will be back. I'll be back.
Neil, this is pretty good.
Neil's a good frog.
And I have something to tell you. Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
Anyway, I'm done.
That's pretty good. To wrap it up with a Christmas bow, as this is our Christmas show. Evan Booker.
Who's Evan Booker?
Who's Evan Booker?
I'll look. Somebody research that. To put a bow on it.
I'll look
the
it up.
Chiefs. I do think. I don't know. Obviously, it doesn't affect the season. I think that is a devastation all its own. Is whenever you see a playoff team lose their starting quarterback. Oh, that's funny.
That is funny.
Never mind. Neil, you don't need to. You don't
I don't need to look it
no
up.
D in his game. No D in his name. It's kind of fun.
Very good, Shannon.
I kind of like that.
Shannon Stewart comes in with the joke.
The Chiefs.
I like that.
The Chiefs. I do wonder, and I think we can. I think everybody's kind of done this, but I think we can safely pronounce that this chapter of the Chiefs dynasty is closed. Now,
yes.
Now we
agreed.
They have to retool, reassess, and go move forward somehow from the. I have more questions, not in Patrick Mahomes and his capability to be successful going forward. I have more questions about Andy Reid.
Yeah, I agree. I think two things happen. I think Kelsey retires and becomes a backup dancer for his wife to be. And I think that Andy Reid will retire and step away from the game as well. I think he's done everything that's been asked of him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He's achieved what he needed to achieve. And at this point, I think he's the type of guy that might just be able to walk away and say, you know what? I had my time. I'm good. I can go live my life.
He's
now.
got a lot of product endorsements to do. I mean, after that State Farm commercial.
Yeah.
Fumble
I
Rooski.
don't know that he wants to rebuild it again.
Leave before it gets ugly, honestly.
Because it's going to get ugly.
It's going to get ugly. Yeah.
And for Andy Reid, I hesitate because everybody loves Andy Reid, cheeseburgers, all this stuff. I do wonder if the game is slowly passing him by, only because
a little bit.
I've watched a lot of Chiefs games this year, obviously, as most of us have. They are mostly in primetime broadcast games.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a lot of creativity there often enough. What I saw in a bunch of the play calling, the bravery and the ingenuity of what was between the Rams and the Seahawks, both facing those offenses, facing tough defenses, and what they had to do to combat that and create a high scoring game and generate that. I have not seen when I've been impressed by the Chiefs offense this season. It's been through what I can identify as Patrick Mahomes simply by extending plays and not having designed plays that are just easy gimmies.
I would say as a Pete Carroll lover, and you know how I feel about Pete Carroll. That's my guy.
It's just nice to hear you say it
the
out loud,
respect
Ralph.
that I have for Pete Carroll and what he did in not only college, but in pro, the game passed him by in Seattle.
Yeah.
And I was not ready to admit that, but with Mike McDonald at the helm now, I clearly see the next generation of coaches and what that takes, and the Mike McDonalds and the Sean McVays of the world, the Steichens of the world,
Matt LaFleur.
Even LaFleur, those guys and what they bring to the game and how it's different.
Shoot, even Liam Cohen.
I agree with you. I think the time of guys like Andy Reid and all that is coming to an end. I think you'll start Tomlin, all those guys. I think you start seeing them fall off the map a little bit, and it's time to let these really good young coaches take over.
I think. Well, Tomlin's a separate topic, I suppose, but because I think Tomlin could just really use with a restart. Honestly, Tomlin over in Kansas City would be.
Well, I don't know. I really would like to have Mike Tomlin as the new quarterback or the new head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, because Miss Piggy would love to hang out with my wife the whole time.
You know, it'll be interesting if Mahomes misses all of next year and then people leave. What will you see happen the year after that? Will you start seeing that major decline? And if you start seeing that major decline, when they start thinking rebuild, and now as Mahomes is getting older, where does he go? Because he probably doesn't stay in Kansas City. He'll be one of those guys that goes somewhere else to play the end of his career.
Can you imagine? It's gonna be like when what's his name? That guy Joe Montana when he went to the Chiefs. Yeah,
I don't think so. Only because there's no animosity between Patrick Mahomes and the organization.
I don't think it's an animosity move, but I think it's a move to where they can't afford to keep paying him what they're paying him. They're going to finally get in a position where they have that bad year where they can go draft their next guy that they really like, and they got to rebuild around that guy. You know what I mean? It's just moving on. It's just how it happens. It's progression.
We are about 2 steps away from that, and to where I don't feel comfortable making that prediction because a lot has to happen. A lot has to happen where you see that happen. The only time in NFL sports history that I can even think of that happening where there is a positive relationship between the quarterback and the organization and the powers that be, and it was amicable. And you came back and there was no animosity.
I mean, even Tom Brady, where it was very amicable.
No, that was not amicable. Not with Bill Belichick. The organization, there was
the owner. They loved each other. I mean, the owner and him were great. They still are today.
But obviously, it was not the powers that be. It was not a joined front. Robert Kraft gave the Patriots a lifeline, yes, and said no. That was the one time. That was actually the rift that began for Bill Belichick, was that he stepped in front and took the bullet for Tom, saying, not Tommy.
Bitter Dolphin fan asks, do you think Andy Reid would want to go out on a possible losing record? His State Farm commercial where he draws a mustache on Mahomes was hilarious. Yeah, it was.
I don't think it matters.
Doesn't hit him. Yeah,
I don't think it matters.
Stain him.
It's like Clayton Kershaw in using a baseball analogy. Nobody cares that he wasn't that great. I mean, he did well, but he wasn't the same Clayton Kershaw. You could argue he didn't go out. He didn't really pitch a ton of games in his last season, but no one's going to remember that. They're going to remember everything else about him. And I think the same applies to Andy Reid. No matter what happens this year, his legacy is locked.
I think history will be forgiving to this season, I should say, to the Kansas City
Chiefs. Of course,
sure. Because I don't think it matters. Will wrongly remember that not only in the elimination game was it well in hand by the time that Patrick Mahomes got injured, but then even the context of it was late in the season will be forgotten and say that was the year Patrick Mahomes got hurt. Of course, they didn't make the playoffs.
If that does happen, if Mahomes moves on after he gets his rehab, if Travis Kelce leaves, if Andy Reid leaves, then maybe, just maybe, there's something going on with the ownership, right? Because we all know about how the Hunt family wanted to, they tried to push a tax referendum onto the people in this city, in that Kansas City area, to basically build luxury suites for them at that stadium.
Yeah.
And they were talking about building they're talking about building a stadium in the actual Kansas side of Kansas City-ish, whatever, like near Overland Park, or I don't remember exactly where it was. So I have a feeling, I suspect, kind of suspect, I suspect that there's something going on with the ownership. That's what I think. I think that now that the dynasty's over, because this always happens, right? Everything is great when you're winning. Winning's a great deodorant, and then as soon as stuff starts going south, then all the dirty laundry comes out. So I think I'm going to plant my flag on this. In fact, plant my flag there, buddy.
We do the flag thing. We know what we're getting ourselves into.
He is all about plant flagging.
Over the next 3 years, you're going to see a bunch of nonsense about the Hunt family after this dynasty's over. Mark my words. The next 3 years will be tumultuous for the Kansas City Chiefs and the organization because of ownership.
Neil predicting chaos.
I know. Yeah, you guys are putting a lot of dirt on an unmarked grave right now.
What's this, you guys?
You're over here predicting a trade for Patrick Mahomes.
I'm saying that I see that happening, which is what typically happens as dynasties start to fall apart at the end. You start seeing players leave
within single-digit years, or are you
saying a couple years?
Oh wow! See, I'm not even there.
I mean, but that's what happens.
Maybe towards the end, but within 7 years, I do not see.
How old's Mahomes? He's up there.
He's not up there. No,
he's 30 something, isn't he?
He just turned 31, if anything. Patrick Mahomes.
Maybe it's a dad bod that throws me off.
Yeah, he's 30.
Is he 30?
He's 30.
He looks 35.
Wow.
I just don't know. His game has really declined a little bit. I mean, this year his game was definitely declined. Last year he had some decline in his game. I get they got to the Super Bowl, but it wasn't the typical because of him. It was everybody around him too.
I would disagree. I think his stats have certainly declined. There's no arguing
They
that.
have.
But a lot of the times I still see wild arm angles being utilized.
Well,
I
yeah,
see
he's still
his
going to do
cannon
that
of an
stuff.
arm still being there to where
But-
he can throw the deep ball. And I've seen a lot of times where those that he's relying upon, whether it be the pass catchers, whether it even be just the lack thereof of a running game. Do you realize that he's still, and obviously it'll continue, still to this season, has not in his career ever had on his offense 1,000-yard rusher?
Yeah, no, I know.
He's like the one quarterback of a legendary quarterback that has never had a complimentary run game. What he had at a time, and he
Was
utilized
him.
it to the best of his ability. Well, it wasn't just him; it was Tyreek Hill, and then of course Travis Kelce to
and his ability
compensate.
to run out of the pocket and make
Yes.
things happen,
Now
which
that-
now will start
that will
slowing
be
down.
affected, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Blissful Hayes is on the text line, says, then on the opposite end of good young coaches is Jonathan Gannon. That's very true. And then he's right. I mean,
He is so
he's
right.
probably the worst of all the young coaches. And then he says, is Mike Hunt the owner of the Chiefs?
Wah, 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 wah. Thank you very much. Nice job. Nice job to
All
slip
right.
that one in there.
I think we need to move to our picks.
Yes.
Let's do that.
I think so.
We
Well,
take
you
a-
don't want to say. Wait, you don't want to say the games of last week?
I don't think we have time.
We don't have time. Okay,
It's our last show of the year.
let's just give let's just do a
Because
real quick
there's a
recap.
big game that at least we need to get to. Bare minimum.
Yeah, let's do just a quick one. Just quick.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the games of last week.
All right, here we are again with the games of last week. Phil's favorite segment every week.
All right. A lot of games we'll skip. Broncos, I actually think might make the Super Bowl.
You have to go talk about the Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos. Sorry, Neil. Sorry, that was a devastating loss.
That was
for
a
you
devastating
on
loss.
on two fronts.
That was
the
that
loss itself and
all the
losing
injuries,
Micah
all the
Parsons.
players. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Colts
Agreed.
Seahawks is this a Seahawks game that I want to get to simply because Old Man Rivers pathetic.
He had. Well, let's clarify.
He
this.
wasn't- what do you mean
He wasn't
pathetic?
pathetic. Let me help you here. Let me help you.
Everybody
real quick.
wants to give him his props. And
I
just say
think
because he's 70 years
You're just
old.
mad. You're just mad that Shedeur
A guy
Sanders
that was
not
on the
getting
couch
props,
a week.
that's all.
A guy that was on the couch the week before. I thought he did a very good job of managing that game and bringing the players together, including that offensive line that, in my opinion, is not the greatest offensive line, but because they knew what was behind them, they stepped their game up and they protected him really well. I thought they did a great job. And yeah, he couldn't get the ball down the field or anything like that. I agree with you 100%. He didn't look like that. But for a guy that was sitting on the couch 3 days ago to come in and to hand off and make the quick throws and to do the management that he did, that was a good job, man. You can't take that away.
When have we, and I'll even specify this further,
Sure.
Ralph, when have you ever given anybody the benefit of the doubt with context of saying, forget it?
Only when it suits his purposes, but move on.
Because I have to give credit where credit's due. To think that a 44-year-old guy can get off his couch and 3 days later be playing against the Seahawks in Seattle and to have the success that he helped that offense have. Now, I get it. I mean, he wasn't throwing downfield. He was within 10 yards. But I thought he showed who he was, right? He was able to come in and manage that game and to make them move and to make them believe in what they were doing. And I thought it was great. And he got them pumped. I mean, they played a good game.
The arrogance of Shane Steichen to bring old man Rivers, who is on his couch.
Yeah, it was arrogant.
Yeah, and to say, like, what matters above all else is system and my knowledge of my system. When let's look at current NFL practice squad quarterbacks. We're looking at Malik Cunningham. We're looking at Will Greer, Bailey Zappi. To think that none of those guys could operate the offense to a similar level is just absolute arrogance. And so we're propping up a guy just because we have a familiarity.
They almost
with him.
won.
Remember what I said last week?
Due to their defense, not because of
This
him.
is the same franchise that had made Jeff Saturday a coach for a couple weeks.
They moved.
That's such a good point.
They
honestly.
moved the ball on a good defense throughout, and they did. They were able to screen.
By him?
They did a good job screening, and they mixed it up with the run. The run was the key, right?
Jonathan Taylor
in the first half.
Yes.
Let's start in the first half. He did a really good job running the ball in the first half. Now they shut him down in the second half, but he did a good job in the first half running the ball, which then opened up the screen passes, which then opened up a little bit of stuff slightly downfield, not really deep downfield. I mean, it all kind of worked together, right? And he wasn't like the key cog, but he managed it. He did a very good job managing it.
Bitter Dolphin fan on the text line here has a phenomenal take from the outside the arc. The Colts should have looked into if Derek Carr was available. Absolutely. Like, forget
now,
it.
you know why Phil is upset? I know why. Because the Colts didn't go out and get Shedeur Sanders and make him the starter. That's why he's upset.
Honestly, I mean, he's not wrong.
Anyway, I think you see a better game this week from Phillip Rivers.
Well, I mean, because he doesn't have much room to go below.
No, I think they open up. I think they open up the offense for him a little bit. I think he got that game in. He's a little bit more comfortable. He's going to be at home.
Guy can barely open up his legs to get a stretch in.
Oh my
God! I mean, this guy is so restricted.
But you'd have to be after 3 days of practice after 5 years.
Imagine what that ice bath was like.
You're
right
just
after
an
the game.
ageist. You just don't like old people.
He is an ageist.
It is unbelievable how 5 years have brought about this warm will. I mean, I get it. It's Christmas time. We're just filled with holiday cheer. But to somehow make Phillip Rivers this martyr of just, oh my God, 5 years later, he's it's like, get out of my Christmas wreath.
I understand why you say this, because you're not old yet. You're 30 years old, whatever you are, right? You're going to start learning.
Like 12.
This guy's 44 years old, battle-tested NFL player. This guy's body is not in a great place.
Is it impressive unto itself as a physical feat? Yes. I would even argue it's more impressive, arguably, than the Mike Tyson fight, simply because, one, we agreed it's choreographed on the part of Mike Tyson. But also, Mike Tyson had 3 months to get ready for that, knowing that he was going to get back in the ring, as opposed to Phillip Rivers, he himself 3 weeks ago.
What were his stats last week?
1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 120
yards, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think 160 might be.
I guess what I would say is at least it wasn't 1835 for 177 yards with no touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
Ralph,
let me
Shedeur Sanders.
Ralph, darn you, that was very good.
Wow, that's impressive. I was thinking, like, when you started talking about the stats, I'm like, oh man, please have Shedeur Sanders stats. Yes, he did. I love it.
Absolutely, right? I set you up.
You
and then
walked
I
into
slammed
that
you down.
one.
Because if you're going to say that was bad, this was horrendous. And this is not a 44-year-old man. This is a 21-year-old kid.
This is a legendary.
This is legendary. He looked like absolute dog poo last week.
He
looked like Shedeur Sanders.
Phil, you walked into that one.
I did.
31-3 loss.
And even the yards that he did get were pretty much in.
The Bears look like the 85 Bears against this guy.
My one thing is that it was very cold.
Okay.
No. But it was very cold.
Boo-hoo.
That small little thing. I mean, it doesn't really help you whenever you play in Cleveland. So I mean, like, I can't even say like, oh, he's an Atlanta Falcon. Of course, he's going to be bad in the way. Whatever. Okay.
Okay. Any other last week games?
He looked bad. He looked very bad. I cannot deny
There's
that.
nothing else that I think is of note.
Yeah, no, that's
don't wanna
about the
talk about
Panthers
that
had an
Broncos game.
abhorrent loss. That's about it. I'm good.
I mean, quickly, the Thursday night game, which by
Yeah,
far,
oh, yes, I'm
the,
sorry,
the
yeah.
best game of the year, in my opinion. I mean, that was just a great football game.
I won't go that far, but it was definitely top 3. It was a great
I can
game.
agree to top 3 without having.
Have
I
to
mean,
think
you
about it.
make a big claim. Yeah, I'd have to look.
Well, I still think about the games this year, and I just don't remember a game like that. That's just an amazing game.
Well, amazing if you're on the winning side of
no,
it.
either side. It doesn't matter. I mean, and to be down 16 points with 8 minutes left, they come back the way they did, that voodoo-filled 2-point conversion, which that was just classic. That reminded me of the Packer Seahawks playoff game. What was that, 2015, I think? When they came back at the very last, they were down all those points, and they came back with the what do you call it? The onside kick.
Yeah.
Remember that? It kind of reminded me of that kind of play. When that play happened, I just looked at it and I said, Seahawks are going to win this game.
For the Rams-Seahawks game, I thought it was, which wouldn't be the case, you would think, for a 38-37 game. But I thought that there were bouts of tremendous defense being played on both sides.
Yes,
both sides.
I agree.
Again,
and then tremendous lapses on both sides.
Yeah, truly. I also want to say that the Seattle Seahawks showed a lot of grit and temerity. In a lot of other scenarios, would have just given up. And when I look,
doesn't give up.
When I look at the top 3 reasons why the Seahawks won that game, I look at the defense, just having the tenacity and ability to go. I think was it 3 straight back-to-back,
4 straight 3 and outs.
4 straight 3 and outs. Yeah, that was tremendous. That helped. That cannot be undercooked on just how important that was.
That's coaching.
That's very good. Next would be the Rashid Shaheed touchdown that stopped the bleeding.
He's been that guy.
Yeah, he's been very good. And then lastly was the play calling on the side of the Seahawks, where I offensively, I thought that there was a lot of, the 3 made 2-point conversions, I thought was with a lot of different varied ways on how to go it. The Seahawks, Kubiak was over there calling a game to where the Seahawks themselves were booing, saying, why are you still running the ball? And you saw how that paid dividends in the second half.
Because he knows what he's doing.
And, he was setting it up to where they were able to get cleaner looks in the second half and even into overtime. Where I will take a step and just
don't do it.
Plant with both calves firmly in the ground. I will burrow like an ostrich into the ground.
Oh boy.
You're planting your flag?
Oh yeah.
We do the flag thing. We know what we're getting ourselves into.
He is all about plant flagging.
I will plant my flag that anybody who has the gall and audacity to walk away from that game and somehow puff their chest and claim that Sam Darnold, look at him, he's elite, because he had the scaredest performance, that they had to operate the offense around him, and everything that worked around him was, honestly, I give it more to K9. Kenneth Walker was a bigger reason on the offense on why that team scored nearly as many of its points. And Sam Darnold looked scared. He was throwing balls low. He could not stop trying to give the game away. There is no palpable reason, nothing that one can look at to come away from that game in particular. Kobe Turner was there orchestrating a symphony on the mistakes that Sam Darnold had. Sam Darnold is very fortunate to find himself in a situation in back-to-back seasons to where he is in a favorable position where the talent around him can carry him to whatever prosperity they find.
I've got a lot to say about that, but we're not going to do it right now. I'm going to say it at the end of the show.
Let's do it.
I have a lot to say, but we have to get into our
He's
picks.
got 5 minutes to say whatever he wants, so that's what he's going to talk about.
So, what is this now? I'm seeing text come in here now. Let's see here. This is bitter Dolphin fan says the Colts up their game for Rivers. The Niners are going to get after him. I don't think this is close. Niners win. And then my brother, Dominic.
Smart man.
Seahawks will lose the 49ers and Rams still win the West. You're just bitter. He's a huge Rams fan. He's just bitter right now. All right, so let's go ahead and
do it.
Let's get to our pick. Let's look at last week real quick. So last week, you both were 3-3, mediocre.
Yeah,
kind of like Shador Sanders, and then I was 6-0. So I am the king, and because I am the king, I get my crown right here.
Yeah.
Right, which I can't wear right now, and I get to do my 5-minute rant at the end of the game. Which guess what it's going to be about? I know you know exactly.
It's going to be about Taylor Swift.
So
let's play
Christmas
that.
Joy. Are you going to read us an excerpt of Christmas Carol?
Let's get into our picks for this.
That would be fun. Ralph, do that. Night before Christmas. All to the house. Really empty. Stupid.
Okay, let's start with the Packers at the Bears. I mean, I think this might be one of the best games of the week.
No, it would have been the best game of the week.
Yeah.
It would have been the best game of the week a week ago. Now it's not so certain. I'm telling you right now, the Packers, let's see how resilient that organization and that team is, because they lost a lot in that game. And we all knew they were inconsistent, but my goodness, they got exposed really bad. And I am very much, if this was a stock market, I'd be doing puts on the Packers' chances to make the playoffs even right now.
Who are you picking?
Magic 8 Ball always picks.
Okay, who's Magic 8 Ball picking?
Magic 8 Balls. Okay, so who's home? Packer. It's Bears home game.
Bears are at home.
Will the Bears beat the Packers, the downtrodden Packers? Don't bet on it. I'm picking the Packers anyway. Go Pack, go.
I'm taking the Bears. I think the Bears are going to make up and win this game. Like I said before, they're going to split this 2 game, and I think the Bears take it at home.
I don't disagree.
Akin to a dead cat bounce, I think the shock of Micah Parsons' injury, I think, fortifies the Packers.
Huge.
This week specifically, I think it really affects them in the playoffs.
Yep.
But for 1 week, in a gratifying moment, I will say the Packers win.
Okay,
you're both wrong.
Sounds good.
All right.
Well, he's so cocky when he goes 6-0.
Yeah, that's true. Next game, we got the Bucks at the Panthers. This is a huge game for that division. They're both 7-7 coming in. Whoever wins this, obviously, will control their fate. Who do you got, Phil?
Question while I pontificate, but what are the yearly standings for our picks whenever we get a chance?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yearly standings right now. Let's see here. Neil is 49-39. I am 59-29, and you are 60-28.
I still have a
1 game lead.
Yeah, nice. I needed it. All right. Panthers just absolutely just threw away a chance to claim the division, really, because had they beat the Saints, all they needed to do was to beat the Buccaneers 1 out of the 2 times, and they would win the division. Now, because of what they did, and they got shucked. They got shucked right out of the building last week.
Like a shuck of corn.
That was really bad.
Now they need to all but assuredly sweep the Buccaneers, and I don't know if that's possible. That being said, they are at home, and the Panthers are a better team at home. And my Panthers, because I correctly predicted that they will have a good year, like one of my good predictions. The Panthers, I will say, finally crossed that threshold of that I had of 7.5 wins. They're going above it. I said that they win against the Buccaneers, who are just awful themselves. Like that was as bad as that Saints team was, or as bad as that Saints loss was. That Buccaneers loss against the Falcons was just abysmal.
Magic 8 Ball. Will the Panthers win at home versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? No, I'm not going to consult you later. I want to know right now. Come on. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Yes. The Panthers. I picked the Panthers.
Yeah, I got the Panthers too. They have to win this game, because if they lose this game, they got Seattle coming in next week. That's just not going to be a good thing for them. So they really need this game. So you got to go.
They won't be able to face an elite quarterback.
This is a good game. We got the Jaguars at the Broncos. I mean, the Jaguars are not. Jaguars are a good team. They're a 10-win team. This is not a joke.
Jaguars are catching fire here in the later stages of the season.
Like
Since
Hunger
their
Games?
bye, I believe they're undefeated. I could be wrong about that, but they are just smoking right now, especially without Travis Hunter, their number 2 overall pick that they traded up for. That being said, Broncos to the Super Bowl, and it starts here. Let's take the kitty cat down. Broncos.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the Broncos. I think just because of the defense alone is why I'm taking the Broncos. I think, but you know what? I will not be surprised to see the Jaguars win this game.
I'm right there with
Very
you.
possible.
I'm bullish on the Jaguars myself as well.
But I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Broncos for now. Magic 8 Ball.
Where will the Broncos win at home versus Duval? And the answer is Positively. So I'm picking the Broncos.
Yeah, it's a sweep.
All right, next game we have the Steelers at the Lions.
You go first here, Ralph.
For me, this is Lions. Especially after hearing that comment by Rodgers, that just really bothered me.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I want to root against them so bad for the rest of the season.
The Lions didn't look that half bad against the Rams.
No.
I mean, I like the Lions at home always, and I think they can go ahead and they got too much offensively for that Steelers defense. I'm taking the Lions.
And for 10 games, the Lions, as I'm sure you will find out during this game, and they will bury you into the ground with it, have been alternating wins and losses for the past 10 games. So. Given that,
this is their loss.
Given that thought, no, this is their win.
This is their it's their win.
Yeah, because
you're
they just
taking the
lost to the
Steelers.
Rams. So I'm taking the Lions.
Oh, okay.
All right, Magic 8 Ball. Will the Lions beat the outcasts that includes Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers or the Castoffs? Positively, another positively.
Ooh, a sweep.
I picked the Lions.
Oh, we are like all in sync here.
Yeah, well, in like your period or what? I don't know.
I think we're syncing up.
That's
all right,
weird.
Next game we have the Pats and the Ravens. Now, Ravens have been playing pretty darn good all of a sudden.
Yeah, where'd they come from?
Game.
Lamar Jackson is playing this game. He's healthy. They have a shot still at the playoffs. I mean, if a team that starts 1-5, they're in the conversation. So, can they finish the job? Who do you got?
It's not that hard, dude.
It's very hard.
Come on,
This isn't the Fanny trial. Come on.
Let's go with the Ravens.
Oh, Magic 8 Ball. Will the Ravens win at home against the New England Mike Vrabel Patriots? And the answer is looks like yes. So I'm picking the Ravens.
Yeah, I think the Ravens win this game too. I had the Ravens. I feel that they're going to make a little run here the last 3 games, and they're going to give everyone some agita, as we would say. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Ravens as well. Final game. The 49ers at Old Man Rivers Colts.
Old Man
I will start this. I think Rivers will play a better game at home. I think that the Colts are jazzed up for this game. This is going to be a great opportunity for them to take down a 49er team that has not been playing fantastic. They're playing okay. They're all hyped up now because they feel that the Rams lost. They just have to win out to go ahead and get the number 1 seed. With all that said, I'm taking the Niners.
Oh, no.
You
I
just think
are
they're too
coward.
talented.
Coward.
I just think there's too much talent.
Coward.
Oh, my God.
All right. Magic 8 Ball. Will Old Man Rivers win against the 49ers? Yeah, I said it. Get over it. Here we go.
Shake your ball.
Will they win? Unlikely. I'm picking the 49ers.
49ers.
Yeah.
I want to give you time for your 5 minutes.
So
All right, hang on
our
a
picks
second.
are exactly the same except for the Bears-Packers game.
Yep.
Okay.
So
we could very well go into the new year tied.
You very well could be.
We have to give our picks next week, but yeah.
All right,
Oh, okay.
Ralph.
Yeah.
You can fade out the music. It's your time. And I have the stopwatch right here for 5 minutes.
Yeah, please.
Tell us when the 5 minutes
I
begins.
almost want to take off my headphones.
You probably should leave. Yes.
Yes, the coronation.
Because he went 6-0 last week, Ralph Romano gets to wear the crown. And for the next 5 minutes, Ralph gets to talk about literally anything he wants, starting
uninterrupted
now.
I would like to talk about Phil's rash issues. No, I'm kidding. Well, Sports Girl gave me some insight that was really kind of sickening.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. So listen, every Seahawk doubter, everyone's saying they're not real. Look at their schedule, right? And especially the crowd that's been waiting to laugh at Sam Darnold. Last night was your come to Jesus moment. Contenders don't just win when everything's clean. Contenders win when it's messy, when it's loud, when the script is against them, and when the quarterback has to stare down the worst narrative in sports. Can you win the big game? Can you win the big moment? Seattle was down 16 points in the fourth quarter. 16 points against the number 1 seeded division rival, who was 323-1 all time, went up by 15 plus points in the fourth quarter. Oh, yeah. And my Seahawks, they were 0-172 in that same scenario. In a game that felt like it was slipping away. It really did feel like it was slipping away. And what did the Seahawks do? They don't fold. They didn't point fingers. They didn't play not to lose. They fought their way back, possession by possession, punch by punch. You want that turning point? We all saw it. That 58-yard punt return touchdown by Rashid Heed. that lit the whole building on fire. Another great signing by John Schneider, the best GM in the NFL by far. Then it turned into a heavyweight fight. Touchdowns, multiple 2-point tries, and yes, that insane moment where 2-point attempts got ruled a backward pass and turned into a score to help tie the game. That's the kind of chaos where fake teams panic and real teams survive. Go away, Neil. And then overtime hits. The Rams strike first, right? Stafford to Puka, and you could practically hear that same old Seahawk crowd getting ready to tweet. Phil had his phone out ready to tweet about how bad they were. But then what does Seattle do? They responded. And here's where we talk about Sam Darnold, Phil, because I already hear it, and I kind of already heard it. Yeah, but he threw picks. He did. He threw 2 interceptions. And you know what that tells me? He didn't play perfect, and he still led the comeback. That's what big-time quarterbacks do. They don't need perfection. They need response. Darnold finished with 270 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the biggest part of this, when the pressure hit maximum, he delivered. In overtime, he connects on 4 straight passes. A dart to Cup on the sideline. You saw that pass. That was gorgeous. Hits Jackson Smith in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. And then what does Seattle do? They're not playing for a tie. They're going for it, right? We're ending this game right now. And Darnold zips the game-winning 2-point conversion to Eric Saubert. His 4th read on that thing, the 4th read. He checked down to the 4th guy and won the game. So let's talk to the Darnold crowd, the Darnold crowd that says he can't win the big game. Darnold's not the guy. He throws too many picks. Lay off the guy. The man's been living inside the NFL's hardest label, that bust label. And what's he done the last 2 seasons? He stacked wins like a quarterback who finally got the right situation, the right coach, and the right structure. And here's what he's looked like. In 24, 14-3 as the Viking starter. In 25, he's 12-3 as a Seahawks starter. He's 26-6 over his last 2 regular seasons. And you don't luck into that in this league. That just doesn't happen. And it's not like he's hiding. He's got 3,700-yard passing this year, 24 touchdowns. That's production. So he's not just getting carried. Last night proved it. He got punched in the mouth, and he kept swinging. And when the game demanded a closer, he closed. Why are the Seahawks a real Super Bowl contender? Because they can win in multiple ways. Last night you saw it. They're explosive, they're tough, and they're balanced, and they've got guts. The Seahawks are 12-3 and sitting atop the NFC after that win. That's not hype, that's reality. And if you're still calling them frauds, you're basically saying comebacks, resilience, and big-time execution doesn't count. So here's my message to all you doubters, Phil included. Keep moving those goalposts if you want. But after last night, the Seahawks are for real. Sam Darnold's for real. And if you're lining up potential playoff matchup, you don't want to see this team. Because teams that can win ugly, teams that can win wild, teams that can win when a quarterback isn't perfect, those are the teams that are playing deep into January. I'm done.
That was 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the best stuff that ChatGPT's ever written for you. That's fantastic.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, those Seattle Seahawks uniforms are real ugly.
That's all. That's his only comeback.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's your comeback?
Well, the uniforms are ugly.
Sam Darnold did nothing to prove to me last night that he is elite.
He won.
I mean, he won. He was
the
gifted
point
a
I'm
win.
making. He got punched in the mouth in that first half.
I forgot.
Even in that third quarter.
Yeah.
But he sucked it up and he kept throwing.
sucked.
And he
definitely
won.
sucked.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great example of what we like to call in rhetoric recency bias.
Yes.
Recency bias.
I forget. Because I forget that he's relegated to quarterback purgatory, a la the second quarterback job over there. But seeing Drew Lock over there, there's not a lot of confidence in me that he couldn't do exactly what Sam.
Oh my gosh!
Which just giving the ball off to K9 and Charbonnet and throwing the
Charbonnet.
The hate you got online last week was real.
Oh, it was.
People attacked you big time, and you deserved it.
Those Seahawks call very loudly.
The Seahawks right now is the number 1 seed. I don't know. You got to beat the Panthers next week, and then you got the Niners. And I don't think the Niners are a big deal. And I think the Niners will lose before we even get to that game. So we'll see. But Seahawks legitimately could be the number 1 seed in the NFC this year.
You are so high on life right now.
I am.
I hope we can maintain this.
I loved what my team has done this year. I love what our coach has done this year. That's a good team that could become a great team.
Funny enough, I did find it interesting that that all 3 teams, in theory, could end up at 12-4, or no, what was it? 12-5. If in the NFC West,
it could, but I doubt that.
Yeah, all 3 teams. That's insane. insane.
Well, I mean, all three of them are just
Yeah, that is a really tough division. So whoever wins the division, certainly, and then of course inherently gets the number 1 seed. That is certainly a boon. You want to face as little opponents as possible in the NFC.
Who needs the number 1 seed more than the other two?
And I would say the 49ers. 49ers very much are just a Christian McCaffrey offense and a Robert Saleh schemes and schematics wonderkin defense that feels very much Scotch tape. And doing a lot of rapping this week, I understand how feeble that can be. So it's very much loosely held together.
Dominic says Seattle needs it more. I will say this: Seattle's been the number 1 seed 3 times in their history, and all 3 years they were in the Super Bowl. And if they are the number 1 seed, I already planted my flag on this. They will be in the Super Bowl this year because I don't see anyone going in there and beating them. I just don't.
Well, hey guys, happy Christmas Kwanzaa or whatever y'all
Merry
celebrate.
Christmas.
Happy holidays, everybody.
I'm going to say happy holidays because it ticks Ralph off.
We'll be off next week. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Come back and join us for the new year. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's the Weekend Warriors on 1580. No, we're not on 1580. I almost said 1580. Wow. It's the Weekend Warriors saying
he can't quit it.
You're like Sam Darnold fumbling the game away.
Merry Christmas.